I support Trump because I love his economic policies.
Which economic policy?
I really like during his first administration, his economic policy of like putting tariffs on other countries.
Okay, so tariffs, the tariffs he put on, how do you like the fact that it led to a 0.3% decline in real GDP in the first quarter of 2025 after several quarters of real GDP growth to multiple percentage points?
Well, I liked it just because of the fact like it might negatively affect us like in the short term, and maybe even the long term. But at the end of the day, you have to see like the negative outcome, and then it'll end up being a positive outcome because those companies and like consumers are going to be like, we don't want to pay that extra money, so they're going to either outsource it from a different country. Or like a different company that's here in the United States, or they'll just start buying something
So it
else.
will reduce the size of the U.S. economy. It will decrease wages in the long run, right? Both those in the long run, and it will decrease the presence that the U.S. dollar has. The U.S. dollar has on a world stage because it will decrease demand on the U.S. dollar because
Do
less
you have
countries will
any?
be.
Do you have any? Do you have any evidence to back that up?
Yeah, yeah. I'm describing it to you. So I can also give you empirics to demonstrate that, but I can just
Yeah.
describe it to you based upon right an economic perspective. I have a degree in economics, right? And it is the case that specifically when we reference tariffs, they decrease the trade with the United States. You were actually describing that they decrease the trade because it is the case that you were saying that they decide or they get American consumers to rather buy from American consume made goods rather than countries around the world, correct?
Yeah.
So if that's true, well, then it is the case that it decreases the incentive for other countries around the world to engage in trade with the United States, therefore lowering the demand on the US dollar.
Yeah, some other countries, like the countries that have the tariffs on them.
Yeah. And they'll also put retaliatory tariffs on us, which will decrease the how much we engage in trade with them even more.
So, but like the goal isn't it to get it like produced here in the United States? So like if you're not putting those tariffs on other countries, what's the like what would cause people to want to put tariffs on things? Or what would cause them to want to bring it here to and produce it here in America if there's no downside to buying it for less from other countries?
So it would make goods more expensive for American consumers, right? And it would harm their ability to be able to respond to any type of scenario where like there's an increase in the cost of production, right? For other goods that are coming to the country that are an aspect of the domestic manufacturing process, because not every aspect of production process is in the United States. John, by the way, how old are you?
22,
Do you support Donald Trump?
of course.
Okay. Why do you support Donald Trump?
Well, I like what he does. I like his foreign policy and what he's doing with the tariffs. I think in the long run, it's going to be really good for our country. Really help us out.
Okay.
So.
How are tariffs going to be good in the long run?
Well, we already have companies like Toyota and stuff, and Hyundai who said that they're going to start focusing more on building their stuff here in America. So we don't
Those
have
they
to
were
go
already
shipping
on
goods.
track to do this already.
If we do that, we'll have to stop paying for more shipping goods, and then
Wait,
those taxes will be less
those
on other
companies were
people.
already on track to be able to develop in the United States, and they were already on plan to do that because they had profitable development and production of those particular goods within the context of the United States already. Explain to me how Donald Trump brought that into
Yeah,
happening.
but Trump's pushing them to do it a little bit more, buddy.
What'd you say?
Trump's pushing them to do it, make him do it a little bit more, buddy. You don't quite think
In
you
what
have that
way?
going through your brain.
In what way?
Maybe the way that he's telling all these countries that they got to fix their pricing on us, and they're getting these
What policy
jobs
did
here.
this?
Huh?
What policy did this?
His tariff policy, moron.
No, it didn't. The tariff policy did not cause this. Which specific tariffs?
All the ones that he has on on China, Taiwan, every single country, the UK, every country, Ireland.
So the countries, the companies you just mentioned don't even develop their products in those countries.
I don't even know what that means.
Okay. So then,
Well,
like, okay. Did you have something else you wanted to say, Donkey
yeah,
Kong?
like his policies. Oh, sorry, did I cut out there?
Yeah, you were saying.
One of my favorite policies of his, like economically during his first, was the Jobs Act of
Just
the
pouring the drink in the mic is diabolical.
sorry,
Yeah.
the Tax Cuts and
Yeah.
Jobs
Tax
Act
Cuts
of
and Jobs Act. Did you know that it only added about $8 to $16 billion to the GDP per year for $190 billion of debt related spending per year? So nothing enough to justify how much we spent.
Well, yeah, but that was separate spending, but like it still added to the economy, didn't it? Like apart from the other spending, like on the military and stuff.
When it comes, wait, say that again.
Like it wasn't a part of that bill, like the military spending that he put like through later on, like. But that policy itself was a good one, wasn't it? Because it added to the GDP.
No, $86 billion is less than $190 billion in debt related spending.
But the debt related spending, wasn't that from other policies beyond that?
No, the debt related spending was from the Tax Cuts and Jobs Act. I'm referencing the original Tax Cuts and Jobs Act. I'm referencing the macroeconomic effect of the 2017 tax reform bill, which is a paper done by a liberal and conservative economist from Harvard that indicates these very results.
Well, where was the spending coming from in the Tax and Jobs Act?
The tax policy, like the fact that they're doing tax cuts.
Oh, unlike the rich people.
Yeah, like massive tax breaks. 83% tax cuts going to the top 1%.
The rich people pay the most money in taxes, little guy.
Of course, yeah, but like
They
obviously
pay so much
should.
money in taxes. How much money did you pay in taxes compared to Elon
John,
Musk?
how much money do you pay for each year for tax?
Do you want me? How much do you pay, John?
Maxine, John, not you.
Yeah, John, how much do you pay?
Well, I pay way less than all the billionaires do. They contribute way more into the tax.
So do you think you should pay more?
Hell no, I need to pay less. I want to pay zero tax.
Would you rather you pay more or billionaires pay more?
I don't want to pay more.
So would you rather you pay more or the billionaires pay more?
Probably billionaires.
That's exactly what we're saying. We're saying inevitably someone's gonna have to pay for it, and I would rather it be billionaires.
Parker, how do I join your Discord?
Link tree in the bio.
W.
I don't think you know how this country works, buddy.
How so?
You don't like Trump?
Of course not.
Trump's a goat.
How do I not know how this country works?
Trump's the best president that's ever lived to be an American president in the history of America.
Can you name 3 Trump economic policies you like of his that he influenced to get passed?
Yeah, he's done a lot of them, and every single one that he's done is all of them have paid off to become the best policy probably ever been.
What are you, Trump, dude? You learned that just from Trump's speech. The best you've ever seen, I promise you. So good, you've never seen something better than this. I promise
Well, have
you
we?
that.
Have we seen
So
anything as good
can
as
you
what
name the
Trump's
3
done?
policies? Name the 3 policies.
His border policy.
That's not even a policy.
Yeah, it is.
Be
He's
specific
fixed
with
the dang
policies.
border. He's made it the most secure border it's probably ever been. It's basically like an iron wall. Can't even get past it. How are you supposed to get past it?
How do you identify a
The
secure
back before
border?
you see the videos from before, you could just climb over it and walk through.
Wait,
That's literally what the Democrats.
how do you identify?
That's literally what the Democrats wanted them to do.
How do you identify a secure border?
You can't get past it, and that's what's happening right now down there. They can't even
You
get
can't
past
get past it. Well, I just want to let you know, people were getting in under Trump's administration, right? You know that, right?
Yeah, but he's fixing it to make it the best it's ever been. There's one certain part of it where it's already impossible to breach.
No, there's no part of it where it's impossible to breach. People are breaking in and they're climbing over the wall that Trump built.
Well, Trump's fixing that right now, moron.
What is he doing?
Yeah, take that stick out of your ass and you'll see it, buddy.
Nice. Yeah, is that an actual response? Give me an actual policy.
He spent more money down on the border than any of these moron lazy little Democrats are doing. They're stealing, pocketing all the money, stealing it for themselves, like fucking Nancy Pelosi, idiot.
I love Trump because he's trans.
Hold up. So what'd you say? What'd you just say?
I said I love Trump because he's trans.
Why would you just randomly say that?
Because I love trans people and I love Trump.
You know that Trump actively is harming trans people, right? By kicking them out of the military, by restricting their access to gender affirming care.
Well, that's why he dodged the draft, because he didn't want to be in the military because he was trans.
What?
That's
Just
not
gonna
real.
kick the guy?
He never became trans ever.
Yeah, you don't become trans. People just are trans.
That was never Trump ever. He never did that.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. All right. So like when it comes to Trump, can you name the 3 policies? Go back to that.
Why do I have to know exactly what policy he's done if I can literally see with my eyes the shit that he's fixed and the things that he's fixed from what it's been?
Yeah, with your
And
eye,
everyone
with
is
your
happy
eyes,
with it.
with your eyes, can you look at policy and then tell me the policy that you looked at?
You tell me. What Biden do? Nothing.
The
Not a
Bipartisan
damn
Infrastructure Bill, the Chips and Science Act, the PACT Act, the Inflation Reduction Act, the American Rescue Plan, the Build Back Better.
The what?
Build Back Better, American Rescue Plan, Inflation
What that
Reduction
even
Act,
do?
Chips and
Nothing.
Science
It
Act,
just
PACT
stole
Act,
money
and
from our
Inflation Reduction
deficit,
Act.
buddy.
What's up?
It just pumped money into our deficit. That's all it did. Didn't help
Actually,
anyone.
Trump signed off on more debt-related spending, 8.4 trillion overall,
Yeah, but
4.8
things that
trillion
matter.
non-COVID related, comparative to the
Things that
Biden-Harris
matter.
administration, 4.3 trillion
Things that
overall,
matter.
2.2
You
trillion
little
non-COVID
idiot.
related. What
You little moron.
specific spending was it? Things that matter.
Everything that he basically did. The whole bill basically is going to fix the whole damn country. Everyone's going to get more money. Families of 4 are going to get tax breaks. Senior citizens are getting
If you
tax
actually
breaks.
look at the big beautiful bill, Donald Trump's bill, it actually decreases after-tax income for the bottom 20% of income earners while giving massive tax breaks to millionaires and billionaires. So if you want to take money from the poor and give it to the rich, do reverse Robin Hood, then go ahead and do that. That's fucking horrible for the country, though. You saying it's better for the country is ridiculous.
Yeah, I feel like you don't know shit about how the country works, little guy.
Really? I just described it to you. Explain to me how I don't.
Because you don't know shit. You just pull shit. You just literally go to CNN. You look up every single day CNN and read CNN's and fucking first article. It's
No,
posted
I
that
don't.
day.
I don't go on CNN.
You just spew out that. You
Evans
just spew
is
out
thinking of
its
it
headline
$2.
every
And
time.
where do you get your
You just
information
spew
from?
out its headline every time.
Where do you get your information from?
Fucking any X, anything online. Sometimes I'll look at reliable things or whatever.
What reliable things? You go to
X.
Twitter is not reliable. That's a social media app. That's like the same as like citing me.
Yeah, but
I'm on
you can.
TikTok and
There's
YouTube. That's a
community
source.
notes and there's things there's stuff you can see that's proven in there. And I'll look it up on the internet if I don't
Stuff
think
that's
it's real.
proven on there. What is it? You look at Grok.
Community notes debunks people and fact checks people. Sometimes they're wrong.
Yeah. So again, in terms of community notes, I actually do think that's decent, but that doesn't at all mean that there's verifiable information on X. X has a lot of
Okay, you're a moron.
unverifiable.
Where do you get your news from? CNN?
No, AP News, NPR, PBS, and Reuters.
Oh, and NPR, yeah, the one that's literally propaganda for the left.
How is it propaganda for the left?
Bro, they literally only talk about left liberal shit.
Really? How?
Because it's all I've heard about it, and I listened to it a couple times, and it's literally all left shit, talking about gay this or ban this gun or
what stuff about gay people did they say that you disagree with?
Nothing. They just say that everything's just been wokeified.
Wokeified. Can you define woke?
Woke is basically what happens when you infect someone's brain with so much Satanism and turning you away from reality. And reality is what
inject someone's brain with Satanism. What?
Yeah, it's stuff that's not real. It's stuff that's
okay.
Happening.
I'm sorry. So what is Satanism?
Satanism is Satan.
Satanism is Satan. So you inject Satan. Okay, I'm confused. So where
was Satan? Do you believe in God or Jesus?
I believe Jesus was a person, not a god.
You don't think God's real?
I don't believe in any god.
So you don't have any morals?
I do have morals.
Nope.
Push the cap. Really? You're saying
I don't have objective morals if you're not?
What does objective mean?
Objective means it's real. That's what it is.
Real? So I mean, I have real morals. So under your notion of objective, I have objective morals.
No, you don't.
Why not? Guest violation. Is that my second one for today? Oh, he just got kicked. So that's my second one on this stream as well. Should I hit another restart, chat? Jesus Christ.
No, wait. I'm still here.
Well, good luck. Yeah, we're gonna hit another restart. I'm sorry, everyone. Everyone, the 3,300 people who are here on TikTok, go over to my YouTube. I'm serious. Go over to my YouTube. Go over to my YouTube. I'm sorry about all these restarts, but I got to do it. Go over to my YouTube. There's 3,600 people there. Also, while you're there, you can subscribe. Just letting everyone know, we are at 199,454 subscribers, meaning that if 550 of you go over there and subscribe to my YouTube channel, we'll hit 200K today, which is nuts. I just want to say I really appreciate everyone. We're catching up to Dean. I'm just kidding. He's literally 100K ahead of me, so we have a bit to catch up. But I'll be right back, everyone. Go to my YouTube. I'll be right back here on TikTok. I'm gonna hit a quick restart because we have gotten 2 flags, so we have to hit a quick restart.
Democrats to post is because there's a certain gentleman, I'm using that word extremely loosely, that promised to bring grocery prices down on day one. He came out and said, excuse me, he didn't promise. He lied. He lied to America, said, I'm going to bring grocery prices down on day one. And not only has he not done that, but they're actually at all-time highs, right? Nothing about that chart disagrees with any of the statements that I just made, correct?
So why did they delete it?
I don't know. Ask them.
I don't know. You gotta ask them. Yeah.
Like you're jumping to conclusions. Okay, how about that? Why doesn't Trump release the Epstein files?
Because Trump is on the list, and even Pam Bondi told him he's in the list.
Okay, perfect. So
he doesn't. He's probably trying to do everything he can before it releases to do anything to hide himself or whatever he can from those lists. I mean, I don't agree with Trump at all. I'm just saying I'm looking at this not from I'm a MAGA
country
supporter.
is being destroyed by stupid people.
Who did you vote for? Greenfinger.
I voted neither for Biden, or sorry, Kamala or.
Did you go
Trump.
here?
Did you vote?
Yes, I did.
In America?
No, not in America.
I did think so.
Let me guess. Are you a Green Party supporter?
Ooh,
No.
gross. No, I'm a conservative party supporter. in
No.
Canada.
I'm saying in the U.S., the U.S. Green Party.
Ew, are you Maple
I don't think
MAGA?
he would be. No, I don't think he would be.
Ooh, Maple MAGA. No, gross. I don't like Polyev.
I'm getting more of a
Canadian, actually West Coast Canadian, BC.
Yeah, there it is.
I'm sorry.
Anyway,
okay, I'm gonna be as intellectually honest. Okay, thank you, Malik. Yes, that was the word I was looking for. A contrarian is what he sounds like. I'm gonna be as intellectually honest as possible here. One of the reasons that if I were the Democrats, why I would delete it is that there is a chance that people would see this, and
be like, look, it's all Biden's fault,
and think it's all Biden's fault, right? So optically, it could be bad, even though the headline is good for them, but it's bad for all of us, obviously. But
let's go on to the next person. Only send a guest request if you do support Donald Trump. We are just looking for some debates, everybody. All right, Yotub, how old are you?
I'm 45, man.
And do you support Donald Trump?
I just wanted to say Executive Order 140.
Only send a guest request if you do support Donald Trump, everybody. We are just looking for some debates, please, everyone. Only send a guest request if you do support Donald Trump. If you're on YouTube, make sure to like that stream, everyone. Yotub, how old are you?
I love you, Parker. I love you, Parker.
Appreciate you. We're almost at 4,000 people on the YouTube stream. Pretty based. Yotub, how old are you?
Oh, wait, I didn't even mean to join, my bad.
You're good. Only send a guest request if you do support Donald Trump. We are just looking for some debates. Yotub, how old are you?
29.
Do you support Donald Trump?
In some ways, and a lot of other ways, definitely not. But I did want to bring.
If you could go back in time and you could either vote for Kamala Harris or Donald Trump, who would you vote for?
It's still a toss-up, quite frankly. I still have a hard time. Under the Biden administration, my life didn't really change, get better or worse. Under the Trump administration, my life didn't really change as well. but I noticed that I am a white male. I'm really not affected in a whole lot of different ways, as much as other people are in the country. So I will say that. I did want to bring up a point that it's not going to be.
Sounds like you're too in between for me to keep you on the live, to be honest. Let's go on the next person. Only send a guest request if you do support Donald Trump. We are just looking for some debates, everybody. Yeah, what's up? How old are you? Terry, thank you for the $2. Thank you. How you doing, Terry? Let's get up the next person. Only send a guest request if you do support Donald Trump. Yeah, what's up? How old are you?
Yeah. 25.
And do you support Donald Trump?
I do.
Why so?
Because he's doing a great job leading our country and done a whole lot better than Biden in the past 4 years and anything Kamala would have done.
Kamala. How so?
Because he's been president before and he's a businessman and he knows how to work the money, and everyone's been quiet about the tariffs. That was a big ordeal. He's made peace with wars. Just name a couple.
Can you tell me what a tariff is?
It's where you put, like, I don't know how to best describe it, but like you charge for whatever is being shipped over from another country.
Okay, and who pays that tax?
That I don't know.
It's paid by the American importer, the American business that's importing the product from another country. It's a tax on an imported good, by the way. The importing business in America that is importing the product into the United States, that product or that company pays the tax to the federal government, and it's passed down to the American consumer because it's a tax on the cost of production and not on the profits pulled out, like income is.
Okay.
So if you want to,
I really didn't know that.
Yeah, so that's going to lead to an increase in the cost of consumer products, and it's going to be a regressive tax that disproportionately impacts the lower and middle income. So what he wanted to do, replacing income tax with tariffs, is actually shifting the burden of taxation from people who are rich to people who are lower income, because progressive tax means that like the people who are making more pay a disproportionately higher rate of taxation. So the more you make, the more you pay. And then for regressive tax, the less you make, the greater percentage in taxes you pay. Blonde, think of the 5 membership subscriptions. Thank you.
Okay, I didn't know that. I just know the general basis of it, but I appreciate you telling me that seriously.
For sure.
But I mean, I'm gonna be honest with you. As a person, I don't support Trump. Meaning, like some of the stuff he's done in the past, I'm not. Oh my gosh, I support everything he's ever done. No, but just given the options that we had, I feel like he was the lesser of two evils. And just because we've seen him in office before, and I feel like he did a very good job the first 4 years.
How is he the lesser of two evils?
Well, I mean, that he accomplished a lot of things in the first 4 years, and the thing with Kamala, I mean, she never ran in a primary. She got never voted in correctly.
She did run in a primary. And what did he accomplish in the first 4 years?
I mean, he delivered on all of his promises. I can't name all the promises that he had.
Really? Did he drain the swamp? Did he repeal and replace the ACA?
No.
Did he build the wall?
Yeah, he started it, yes, and then Biden.
He didn't build the whole wall. He didn't get Mexico to pay for it either.
Well, he started it. I know that.
So
and
those are a lot of things.
That was the process.
Did he get the infrastructure bill?
No.
Biden did.
So what did he uphold in terms of his, like, can you name like something he said he was going to do that he did end up doing other than the Tax Cuts and Jobs Act?
Not off the top of my head, no, sir.
Melissa, thank you for the $2.50. Lois, thank you so much for the $5. David, thank you so much for the $5. Thank you. I really appreciate it. Thank you. I didn't even see that until now. Max, by the way, thank you for the $2. Thank you. I really appreciate it. Thank you. W Max. And then thank you for the 5 membership subscriptions. Thank you so much, Blonde. I really appreciate it. So yeah, what's your biggest reason for supporting Donald Trump then?
I mean, I sound like a broken record, I feel like, but just we've seen him be president before, and I voted for him again. I didn't. I don't know. It's just I felt like it was the better of the two options in my eyes. We can have differing opinions, but that's just my personal belief.
But can I just ask real quick? I mean, like, what made that contrast for you? I mean, I'm trying to, because I mean, you mentioned that he accomplished the things that he said he was going to do, but you just clearly defined that he didn't. But what premise do you have that he was the better of two candidates?
Because we have seen him be president before, and he did a great job the first term.
He didn't. More than a million Americans lost their lives, during COVID because of his response. Before, the pandemic hit, the job market had already taken a dip. It was starting to go downward. He literally gassed protesters and wanted to actually, shoot them in the leg just so he could get a photo op of holding the Bible upside down in front of a church. He threw paper towels at people in Puerto Rico after a massive flood. I mean, like it was just so many bad things, and I think you guys have like revisionist history and like don't remember what it was like when he was president, because it was really bad.
It was better than Biden, I can tell you that.
How?
What did Biden do for all the? I want to say it was either the floods or the fires. Yeah. He was just giving money, like billions of dollars overseas, but just gave the people who lost their homes $750.
Wait, that's because FEMA capped the amount that they could send because Republicans advocated to cut the FEMA funds. Secondly, if you want to reference in terms of funding for people who need it in terms of disasters, again, like Santana said, Donald Trump is the one that specifically was the one who didn't provide funds for Puerto Rico, and he held that back for years. He held back, like, I think it's $16 billion in funds for Puerto Rico after Hurricane Maria for years.
And Parker, don't forget the fact that he wanted to actually hold funds from California for the wildfire because California didn't vote for him, and he had to actually be convinced that there were Republican voters there as well. And even when you go back to Hurricane Helene, that's kind of personal to me because I'm from South Carolina. I had family that was affected by it, and I can tell you that the $750, which was an increase by the Biden administration versus where it was under the Trump administration, but the $750 was for immediate relief, meaning if they needed anything in real time, which during that time, I mean, they had no power, they had no food, they had no gas. Literally, people lost their lives at the gas station. And so the $750 was just for immediate care. And then after that, you could actually file a claim that would get, anything that you needed as far as FEMA, which my family took advantage of that because my grandfather, his roof was completely destroyed, and they filed a claim. And within a matter of a short time, he was able to get those repairs. So the overall response by the Biden administration was really good. It's just a misconception because they threw around that $750 number, not telling people that one, it was an increase, and two, it was just for immediate needs.
And also capped by Republicans. Like seriously,
yes,
like that. Like Democrats advocated for more, especially for immediate funds, and Republicans are the ones that capped that. And then they also advocated for cutting FEMA after that too. Like Trump wants to cut FEMA, so I mean, how is he going to be better?
Oh, Parker, wait. Also, North Carolina still needed additional assistance because of Hurricane Helene, and the Trump administration denied it. So even those people in Eastern North Carolina who still need that help, Donald Trump said no.
You got anything else, Grant?
Not that I can think of right now. No, I mean, should have done more research, but we can have differing opinions. I don't want to argue. I mean, we're debating, obviously. I wasn't prepared. I really didn't think I was going to be accepted to this live because I thought it would be very full. But I appreciate your time. I do need to do more research, and I just don't want to take up someone else's spot. So I appreciate this conversation for both y'all, and hope y'all have a good night.
Appreciate it, Grant.
You as well. And it was Western North Carolina. I always get my Western and Northern Carolinas mixed up because again, they're South and North. So,
Well, how you doing, Santana? How you doing?
I'm good. Good. Just got me some Lebanese food.
Nice.
So it's awesome.
That sounds
Have you
great.
ever had like the grapeseed wraps?
I don't think I ever have.
Oh, they're so good.
I'll have to try. That sounds really good.
Also, hello, chat. I saw people saying, hey, when I first came up. Hope everyone's having a wonderful night.
Joshua, how old are you? Joshua, you there?
Joshua's pushing a cart, like a grocery cart.
We're in the cart. Yeah. Yo, what's up? How old are you?
Hey, I'm 34.
And do you support Donald Trump?
In one aspect that I would really like to discuss with you.
If you could go back in time and you could vote for Donald Trump or Kamala Harris, who would you vote for?
Kamala, but I do want.
Kamala. Let's go on to the next person. Only send a guest request. Do you support Donald Trump? Yo, what's up? How old are you?
I'm 18, but I'm just sick right now, so I may sound weird.
That's totally a fetus.
Sure, bud.
Yo, what's up? So why did I say what's up? I didn't even have someone up yet. Yo, what's up? How old are you?
Grace, are you there?
Grace, are you there? Alrighty, let's go on to the next person. Fun. Thank you so much for the $2. I appreciate it. Thank you. What's up, everyone joining the live? Is that actually 4,400 people on the YouTube stream? I don't know. I think it just glitched up for a second. Let's go on to the next person. Only send a guest request if you do support Donald Trump. Yo, what's up? How old are you?
Well, Santana, you should do ASMR. Your voice is really like.
Appreciate you. I am just looking for some debates. I am quick with it.
Lindsay, thank you for the 10. It has been a minute, and hopefully I don't need my tinfoil hat tonight. I had a guy a couple of nights ago tell me that Bill Gates is stealing all the seeds out of the fruit.
Jeez. Yo, what's up? How old are you?
Thank you for letting me back. I've been trying for.
And then after I went and grabbed a lemon from my kitchen, cut it open, showed him the seeds. He said, "Oh, you must have got that from overseas."
Are you serious?
The videos on my page is insane.
Yeah, you got to show me that. I seriously, I have seeds in my fruits. Some of them.
Yeah.
I mean, but does he not know that like we do that purposefully because we don't want to deal with the seeds and like we artificially like select them for them?
He said there's no fruit in New York that has seeds in it. None.
That's diabolical. Yes, there is. I promise you can find like what?
He said that Bill Gates is taking it out of fruit and shipping them overseas.
He thinks there's no seeds in the apples.
Yeah.
He thinks there's no seeds in any apples in New York.
He got mad and he said, "Well, that's just the exception. You're trying to make me look stupid
God
by
loves
showing
you,
the
God
exception."
loves you, God loves you, God loves you, God loves.
Let's go on to the next person. Only send a guest request if you do support Donald Trump. Not the spamming of God loves you. That's diabolical. Yo, what's up? How old are you?
I'm 30.
And
I was just gonna not kind of, but no.
Gotta say it with some conviction.
Yeah, you will get kicked if you don't. If you're on YouTube, make sure to like the stream, everyone. It helps get it out to more people. Let's try to get over 3,000 likes. Also, everyone, make sure to subscribe if you haven't already. We're so close. We're so close to hitting 200K. We're literally
hit it tonight.
I know. We're 370 people away.
Earlier, you were like 700 something or 800.
Yes.
Taken away.
Yes, I'm so excited. I think we're gonna do it today. I think we can do it. Yo, what's up? How old are you?
36.
And do you support Donald Trump?
Yes.
And why is that?
Well, his tariffs, the trade deals that he's making, I'll start there.
Trade deals that he's making. What trade deal?
like with Japan, $550 billion trade deal that benefits America.
Okay, what was the trade deal that
We
existed
still have-
prior with them, and what benefits do we get with this trade deal
Well, we
versus
have
the
a-
trade deal that
well,
existed prior?
First of all, there's been inequities between our trade between other countries and the U.S.
And how do you identify that?
Through things like other countries imposing tariffs as well on us.
So then why don't you just do reciprocal tariffs rather than this tariff nonsense we've been doing? That's universal.
Well, because it gives you leverage in when you're trying to make a deal with another country.
So do reciprocal tariffs.
No, reciprocal. No, it doesn't. It just does like the same damage that they're doing to us.
Yes,
but
that's leverage.
Hold up. When you do something like 200% tariffs, where it's going to wreck their economy, they're going to be way more open to making deals.
No, actually, especially if we're referencing our allies, I don't think our allies will respond positively to threats.
They have. Look at
Not
Japan.
really. Japan didn't give us anything new that we didn't get prior. Tell us what we specifically are getting in this trade deal that we did not get in historical trade deals.
I'm pretty sure it was a $550 billion investment in the U.S.
Yeah, what was the investment that existed prior?
I don't know. You don't know either. You probably have to Google it. I have no idea.
Wouldn't that be incredibly relevant to your claim?
Hold on, it's $550 billion additional investments through the deal.
Yeah, you understand that that's going to be because it is the case that our economies are now larger over time. So obviously we're going to do a particularly a larger deal.
But it was a result of the
but
tariffs.
what you're also not understanding is that again what did we get with this deal that we didn't get prior?
$550 billion worth of more investments. That's what I'm saying.
Again, what was the investment prior? You don't even know, so you can't even make that comparison.
Well, this was specifically because of the threat of tariffs that we had additional.
But you're saying that we got extra because of the threat of tariffs. So I'd love to see specifically what within it is specifically making it extra than what we had in existence prior, especially if you take into account proportions.
I don't know, and you know what? You don't know either, dude. So
yeah,
I don't
but that's an incredibly relevant point to the one that you're making.
Well, the point that I'm making is that they are investing $550 billion. You're not making any point, to be honest. You're just
them investing $550 billion doesn't mean it's only through the context of the threats. What is the trade deal we could have got with Japan without making threats? You have to suppose that. And if you don't suppose that,
trade deals before that.
Well, you have to want to make that claim because you're the one who's making the claim. I'm just saying what evidence you would require in order to make a legitimate assertion about whether or not the tariffs would have caused this.
My assertion is something is better than nothing, and we weren't even attempting to make trade deals during the Biden administration. And this threat of tariffs
categorically
brought
not
them. Okay, Santana, then tell me what were they trying to do?
But you think that just because Joe Biden didn't threaten tariffs that he wasn't making any deals?
He wasn't publicizing it if he was.
Okay, well maybe they didn't brag, that well, but I mean literally the Chips and Science Act, right? The part of that actual deal was to increase chip manufacturing here in the US, and we have a deal in place with Taiwan as far as the reliancy we have on them to manufacture the chips. So literally that's a deal with another country where we're going to start to actually remove reliancy in a partnership type way instead of threatening them with tariffs. And so it's going to benefit both Taiwan's economy and the US economy and our ability to produce chips here in the US. Well, it would before Donald Trump tried to back away from it.
Let me ask you something. What does producing chips in here do? It reduces our reliance on foreign countries producing critical things that we need, right?
Yeah.
Which is putting America first, which is also
I don't understand why we wouldn't have got this if it was the case that we had the Biden-Harris administration in office, or it would be the Harris-Walz administration.
Because maybe they did it only for chips, but Trump is doing it for way more industries than just chips.
Really? Because that's what's in this bill. That's the investments. What is the $500 billion investment in?
Sorry, what?
What's the $500 billion investment in?
Sorry.
Yeah, what is the $500 billion investment in?
It's 550, I thought, but
yeah,
in the U.S., probably manufacturing, if I had to guess.
Man, you don't know?
Well, you don't know either, dude.
I do.
So
I looked. Right, it's relating to chips.
With Japan?
It's specifically, yeah, Taiwanese chip companies located in the United States.
No, okay, that's what Taiwan. Okay, yes, but that's also securing the U.S. by producing critical infrastructure or critical things.
But like,
in the US.
why wouldn't we have done this anyway?
We weren't.
We were investing in critical industries such as those. We were making those investments.
We had a heavy reliance on foreign countries producing critical materials. Right. Look at U.S.
Do you know what the
Steel.
Chips
Look
and
at
Science
US
Act is?
Look at U.S. Steel. Right. Look at aluminum.
Do you support the Chips and Science Act?
Do I support it?
Mm-hmm.
Bringing the manufacturing here?
No. Did you support? Did you support the Chips and Science Act?
Why are you googling stuff? You're googling stuff. I can see.
I'm writing things down.
Okay. All right.
Also, I just want to go back to this real quick. You said that it's a good thing for us to remove reliance on foreign producers, right? So when I was telling you about the
critical things,
right. So like when I was telling you about the Chips and Science Act and how that would actually remove our reliance on Taiwan, and you said that it's a good thing, so we can actually make those chips here. So if you think it's a good thing, then why would Donald Trump actually try to get rid of the CHIPS Act?
Santana, a broken clock can be right twice a day. All right.
What does that have to do with the question I just asked?
Well, the point being is that he did one right thing.
Okay, but no. What does that have to do with Donald Trump wanting to actually get rid of the CHIPS Act?
Well, because
you just said that it's a good thing.
He wants to erase the legacy. He wants to erase Biden's legacy.
But okay, so you think him erasing Biden's legacy is more important than us to actually remove foreign reliance on chip manufacturers?
No, I think if you look past it and see what else he's trying to do, then maybe it's not that important. Like I'm sure.
Like what else? What is he doing?
Bringing manufacturing back to the U.S. Things like
he's literally trying to get rid of the deal to bring manufacturing back to the U.S.
Santana, just please let me finish my thought right here.
Okay,
please.
Cool. I'm sorry. I'm just letting you know it's not making sense, but go ahead.
Well, it is making sense because look at things like industries like steel and aluminum, right? Mm-hmm. Which we had a heavy reliance on foreign countries. Mm-hmm. Now we're bringing it back to the U.S. or we're threatening massive tariffs that do that.
Okay. So what does that have to do with the Chips and Science Act? Like him repealing or wanting to repeal the Chips Act, so we are more reliant on Taiwan?
First of all, did that succeed? Is it repealed?
Yeah, he's working on it. But again, I'm trying to understand what that has to do with what you just said.
It's fan service, if anything. It has.
But you said that he's trying to erase Biden's legacy. And so again, my point is it more important to erase Biden's legacy, or is it more important for us to be able to actually produce our own chips here within the US?
It's more important to produce chips in the US, obviously.
All right. So he's wrong on that. Yeah. Also, you do understand that, like, dang it, what's the name of it? The Japanese company just bought up like one of the biggest steel producers here in the U.S., right?
And where is it going to be manufactured now? Not in Japan anymore.
It's going to be owned by a Japanese country.
Okay, and who are the employees who contribute to the economy?
Yeah, it's going to be U.S.-based employees, but the overall investing interest is going to be held by Japan. Like,
which we want foreign investments in our country. It helps our economy.
So you're good with other countries having controlling interests within the U.S.?
No, first of all, we have many tools in our toolbox to make sure that one, those jobs stay here, and two,
what's the tools?
Eminent takeover if we need to. right, during wartime. What? I don't know why you're laughing. That is
So you're advocating for the U.S. government to forcefully take over companies based here in the U.S.
No, I'm not advocating. What I'm saying is that we have tools in our toolbox, right? If let's hypothetically, if we got into a war,
but no, you said to keep jobs here. Now you're escalating into a war. That's a little bit off.
No, well, that's the only reason why that would ever be enacted, right?
Exactly. So again, I'm confused as far as like the fact that you said to keep jobs here, and then you went from keep jobs here to a war.
Well, that's the only reason that would be like enacted.
So how do you keep jobs here without a war?
Well, it's being by having the manufacturing company here, you're going to have the jobs here. You're going to have the people spending the money here.
I think you're missing it. You said that there's tools in our toolbox to actually, keep the jobs here. And I said, cool. What are those tools? You said taking over the company if there's a war. So let's say there's no war and they decide that they want to actually ship this out of the country now that they bought this company.
That's where the tariffs come into play. Then they're going to be paying tariffs, and it won't be economically feasible for them to do it, and they won't.
Hey, I also just want to let them know. Did you know that we'll also reduce the amount we trade between the U.S. and Japan, given that there's an imposition of a tariff? So the 15% tariff imposed on Japan is going to decrease the amount of trade. So you might say, "Oh, we got this $550 billion. This is in the long run trade deal for investment, which we will get some of that, but we as the United States don't get all of that. And then in terms of the trade, or in terms of the effect on our economy, when we impose tariffs, that decreases how much we trade with them, meaning that we're going to get less money." Probably.
Yeah, but if there's one thing
if you look at
tariff,
the total value of the U.S. trading goods between Japan and the United States in 2024 was approximately $129 billion. So if we take $129 billion a year, they're trying to what they get if their trade deal is just a portion of that, we're going to be affected probably more by the stated level of effect that the tariffs will have, given an imposition of a 15% tariff on every good from Japan.
But there's one thing that you know about tariffs, right? And that they can be repealed pretty instantly to change.
This is after the deal.
Yeah, this is after the deal, but it still does not impact the effect that we can have by rescinding or imposing tariffs.
What does that even mean?
Well, the point being is that so right now you're saying that there's a negative impact from the tariffs and there's a positive impact from the trade deal, and they kind of negate each other. Is that what you're kind of saying?
Yeah, that's kind of like what I'm saying, if anything. And I'm saying that like we would have likely already had a deal prior. And like a lot of the trade that we already have between us and them, like I just don't think is made better by threatening them with tariffs. Are you going to want to give better deals to a country that threatens you?
Well, you're kind of beholden by the economy and by spending power of countries.
You'll do maybe what you're forced to do, but if you're not forced to do it, would you help them out? No.
As a country, no. The countries help themselves, dude. Come on. They're not going to help. Hey, you're my little friend. Like, let me help you out. No.
Yes, obviously, Canada. Like, for example, do you think Canada gives us better terms on trade agreements because they are more inclined to like us?
Look at dairy industry. They have 500% tariffs. Don't they have 500% tariffs on us on the dairy industry?
No.
Like, no, they're not.
Not on the dairy industry, but also like that's also specifically a targeted tariff. We have targeted tariffs
at 500%.
I don't see where they have 500%. Would you like to show us?
They don't. This is a misinformation that they've been spreading. Comes directly from Trump. But no, there's never been a situation where they put 500% tariffs on us when it comes to dairy.
Well, Santana, you know more than me. So then, what is the percentage? I know it's high.
I would have to look it up specific, but again, that's why the USMCA was put in place, so we could actually work through those actual, trade deficits. And Donald Trump is the one that actually negotiated that, and then turned around and called it a bad deal. Donald Trump makes deals, and then years later says that the deals are bad, and he doesn't know who made those deals. It's him.
Sure. Okay. But I mean, you can always do better, right? So.
Okay. So and why do we need to threaten our allies? I'm just not understanding this.
Well,
Like,
because
did he threaten? Did he threaten Russia?
No. Did he tariff
we
Russia?
We don't trade with Russia. So first of all,
No, but I'm just
first of all,
asking,
that
did he
is-
threaten Russia the same way? No, he was like, oh, let's negotiate with Russia. So he
Yes,
wants
because
to
we don't-
negotiate with the countries that are actively, literally invading and taking over countries and showing Zelensky and Democrats that they're not engaging in negotiations. But the countries that are showing that they want to engage in negotiations, he wants to threaten them.
Well, first of all, I want to say by seeing negotiating with Russia, you're being disingenuous because we don't trade with Russia.
Well,
as far as
we
I'm
don't trade with penguins, and he put tariffs on penguins. So
this is correct.
Well, you know what? Do you know what those penguins did? You don't know.
What did the penguins do?
You have no idea. All right. So who knows?
You did not just unironically say that. Please tell me you're joking.
Yeah, I'm joking, dude.
Please, dude. Fucking hell, man.
You never know with MAGA.
You never met a penguin.
You never do know.
You never met a penguin, so who are you to say? So I don't know. But anyway,
I'm totally gonna clip that. You're fucked, bro.
Well, all right. So, all right. The penguins, maybe they didn't do anything wrong. All right, fine. I don't know. I never met a penguin. I can't say it for sure. Can't say it for sure. But
do you know how he actually made any of the like how he came up with the decision to
yeah, I'm
add the
I know.
reciprocal
I
tariffs?
yes, I'm very aware. I don't want to go down that road. But yes, it's bad math. But you know what?
Yeah.
You work in the industry.
Who's in charge of like the Trump tariff policy?
I don't know. Whoever makes a PowerPoint, I have no idea.
Do you know who Peter Navarro is?
It sounds familiar.
Okay. So Peter Navarro is the person that is coming up with the idea as far as Donald Trump and the tariffs, and also he came up with the actual equation for the tariffs. Now, Peter Navarro, who Donald Trump is taking his lead from as far as the tariffs, has used sources from Ron Vera, who is an economist. He cited him multiple times to justify like the way that they're actually going to do these tariffs. And so him citing this economist has been what he's used to show Donald Trump like it's a good idea. So, I mean, I think we can agree that if you are going to actually like implement tariffs, leaning on an economist is a great thing, right?
Well, sure.
Okay, cool. So with Donald Trump taking his advice from Peter Navarro and Peter Navarro citing Ron Vera over and over and over when it comes to the tariffs, hey, guess who Ron Vera is?
Person?
Peter Navarro. It's literally a pseudonym of his own name. He took his own name, flipped it around, and then started citing himself as an economist and used that as a justification for this tariff policy. When you talk about the tariffs, please understand that you have someone making stuff up, citing themselves, and then Donald Trump's like, yep, this sounds good.
Yeah, that would be what Donald Trump would do.
Santana, you've worked for a company, right?
Yeah, I have.
And they say something like, I want these numbers to be higher, right? I don't care.
Okay.
Do it. So
no.
So what Trump?
No,
did,
they don't.
What Trump did?
No, they don't, bud. That's fraud. They don't just say we want
No,
these
it's not,
numbers
it's
and
not
to be
fraud.
high.
It's not fraud if you can make the numbers what they need to do without lying. You can do it.
You just said that they're telling you, a company is saying, we want these numbers higher. We don't care how you do it.
Well, without fraud, a little asterisk there.
Okay, so yeah, if you say that you have to go about actually making improvements and you have a target KPI, that's fine. But you can't just say no matter how you do it. And then also you can't just make like random numbers. You can't say, hey, I own a cookie company and I sell 100 cookies a day. And I want to make, I'm going to tell my employees, you got to sell 1,000 cookies a day, but there's no actual plan to sell 1,000 cookies a day. That doesn't make sense. That's not even realistic when it comes to business.
But you're right about the KPIs. They can be changed to reflect the position that you have. And let me bring this back. This is how it relates to the tariffs thing, right? Were those numbers like the numbers that they gave with the trade deficits, was it manipulated to make it seem different? Sure, yeah. But it was done so to
influence public perception.
Yes, to change perception and help negotiating with those countries, because
But it hasn't.
if he gets the American people to
But
see,
it hasn't.
like it has, like Japan.
It has, yeah, you name Japan. Okay, cool. Japan. Name 5 countries, 5 that we've made deals with.
5 countries are there? I named
exactly
one
because they haven't made trade deals. That's the point. He's threatened and added tariffs, and he's put them on, taking them off, all this other places. But you can't name any actual deals that he's made.
I named one. So
exactly. How many countries are there? How many countries are there?
One that I looked up. Okay.
Sure. How many countries are
there?
there?
Come back another day and come up with another 5.
You're not. There's not 5.
I'm sure there are 5.
No. I'm telling you, there's not 5.
And you know this for
yes, there's 3 countries that we've made deals with since he started this whole tariff policy. Yes, there's
UK,
3.
UK, right? Is that one?
Yes, he made an agreement with the UK.
Yes, UK,
Saudi Arabia.
Okay, I don't even know about that one.
Those are the 3 deals that have been made with the Saudis, with the UK, and now with Japan. Those are the only 3. How many countries are there in the world?
It's a work in progress. Well, we're not going to be making deals with Guinea.
Well, why would Donald Trump say then that they were going to make 90 deals in 90 days? That was his words. That's what he said they were going to do.
Yes, you need to add a little pop and a little bit of interest in what's going on. So, sure.
Yeah, okay. So 90 deals, 90 days, and we got 3. That's a large cry from 90s.
But those are 3 big countries. If you look at GDP, maybe those countries would account for a lot more than just 3 if you look at the world GDP, right? So it's not.
Are either one of those countries like major trading partners for the U.S.?
All 3 of them, right?
Are they in the top 3?
What is the top 3? Canada, Mexico.
What's the 3rd?
EU.
Nope.
I don't know.
China.
Oh yeah.
China's number 3. Now, as far as the trading partners we have, the UK is number 11. Japan is number 5, so there's that. And then Saudi isn't even on the list as far as like top 15.
All right, but I was right about Canada and Mexico being one.
Yeah. I mean, Canada, Mexico, and China.
Okay, 1, 2, 3. All right.
I'm sorry, Mexico, Canada, China, 1, 2, 3. But I guess just to kind of bring this back around, the whole point is Donald Trump has actually implemented a policy as far as, well, not even implemented, like threatened tariffs, and it's negatively impacted the United States overall because inflation is on the way up, prices are on the way up, gas is on its way up, everything is trending upwards. And even when you talk about the real medium income, like there's been no improvements, jobs are being lost, deals are being broken with trade partners. Like he doesn't have an actual plan, and the tariffs are hurting overall.
Santana, let me ask you, do you go to the gym?
Yeah.
No pain, no gain, right? So
it's not how foreign affairs work.
Well, I think it might.
No, you can't use catchphrase. I know Donald Trump has convinced you guys that you can use catchphrases to actually, do something just because you want to drill, baby, drill. It doesn't work that way. You have to have an actual plan.
Well, no, I'm not just using cash. First, he never used that catchphrase, so
No, I'm just saying period.
I deserve the
Period.
credit.
Not
for that
no.
one.
I know. I'm just saying period.
Okay, but I think that it's a little bit of a waiting game, and that when we threaten these high tariffs, we know that we're not going to impose it, or at least educated people know that we're not going to impose it.
So it's market
And it's
manipulation.
used as leverage.
So it's market manipulation.
It's used as leverage.
So it's market manipulation.
It's used as leverage for negotiation.
So it's market
No,
manipulation.
it's not. I just told you it's used as
If
leverage
it's
for
not
negotiation.
market manipulation, then why is Donald Trump not only before he actually makes this move, letting certain Republicans know, and they're making they're actually making trade moves prior to either putting on or taking off tariffs? How much money do you think that Marjorie Taylor Greene has made since Donald Trump has started this whole tariff policy?
From a restaurant or
from actual trading and buying stocks? How much do you think she's made?
not as much as Nancy Pelosi.
Yeah, sure. How much do you think that Marjorie Taylor Greene has made since Donald Trump has started this actual tariff on, tariff off?
I don't know, 3 million.
Way more, 3 times that, over 30 million. Over
That would be
30 million. This is market manipulation.
That's 100 times, by the way.
Wait,
Yeah,
here,
I
let's
said
ask
over
him this.
wait.
Would you support Donald Trump if you did believe that he engaged in market manipulation?
For the benefit of who?
Himself and his rich friends.
And you're talking about the legal term of market manipulation?
Like in the way that you use the term.
Also, I'm sorry, I just got to call this out. Over 100 times would be 300 million. What are you talking about? I'm sorry, answer Parker's question.
Sorry, all right. Sorry, it was 10, whatever, 10. No, 3 million to 300 million is 100 times.
I said 30, not 300. Lock in and answer Parker's question. Just
All right,
keep it
okay.
going.
Yeah, it's 10 times. You're right. I forgot about that part. All right. Sorry, Parker, what was your question? Oh, market manipulation.
Yeah, would you support Trump if you knew that under your own perspective he engaged in market manipulation?
On a global scale?
Like in the US.
I don't know. It's a tough question, dude. It depends on whether it benefited the Americans overall.
That's weird.
If
And
it
wild.
didn't benefit Americans overall.
Then obviously my answer is going to be no.
Okay. So then here's so he did engage in market manipulation. He literally said now's a good time to buy.
But that helps Americans. That's the time to buy.
It didn't, because how did you make money? You made money off of the markets going down in the first place and people losing money and pulling their money out.
Yep.
So you made money on people losing money.
People lost millions from their 401k. Millions.
People who did not, well, first of all, 401k, you're not really withdrawing from that, right? You're keeping it there. So the market.
People started to pull money out because he was crashing the markets. They started to pull money out because he was crashing the markets, literally.
Those are bad investors, dude. You know what? You
Those
like
are everyday Americans that were worried about losing their livelihood.
Have you been on Wall Street Bets? I have. I made terrible investments based on that.
What does that have to do with the people who are literally just trying to retire and live their life? Like, why should they have to worry about market manipulation because the president is actually trying to make his rich friends richer?
Santana, if they didn't worry about it and they didn't touch anything, they'd be fine.
So you're saying that people who have money tied up in their 401k and they're worried about being able to retire because that's what they have, and they see it dropping 10, 20, 100, $200,000, they shouldn't panic? Like, what are we talking about?
If it's dropping 200,000, then they're pretty rich. Let's be honest.
If he's trying to get people to time it, how can he be mad at people losing money when they didn't time it correctly?
Well, it's not you can't time the market. If you leave it in there, what is it, 10%?
He said now is a good time to buy.
Yes, he said buy. He didn't say sell.
What is market manipulation?
Montana said it's an investment.
Yeah, can you tell
It
me
is
in your own
insane.
perspective, what is market manipulation?
Things like I don't know, the cat guy from Wall Street Bets, probably, and also just taking actions to change the market.
Anyone who buys a stock is engaging in market manipulation under that definition. Please
No,
try
if you
again.
do it, no, if you do it in a manner of which you're getting a whole lot of people do it at the same time, then yeah. I mean, that's the whole reason why that guy
okay.
went on power, right?
Okay, so then saying now's a good time to buy, would that be an example of market manipulation?
Presidents are immune, so whatever. It doesn't matter if it is or isn't.
What?
Presidents are immune.
What
right?
does that have to do with you supporting Donald Trump because of market manipulation?
Because
Lock in, bud.
a lot of people gain from it as well, from listening to him. All right. So that's not the reason why I'm going to be like, hey, I'm not going to vote for Donald Trump because, he helped people gain money.
So any market manipulation is justified in your view because some people benefited.
No, not any.
Okay, can you give me an example of market manipulation that would not be acceptable from a presidential standpoint? What could Donald Trump have done in terms of market manipulation that you would consider bad? Enough of a reason to not support him.
Hey, purchase Tesla, and then it drops. Something like that.
Oh, he did.
Or saying to do something and then the opposite happens.
What the
So
fuck?
hey,
This is so incoherent. What was that? What the fuck is going on? What?
Dude, it's not that crazy.
I don't think you know. Not only do you not know economics, but you don't know business. Like it's kind of a double whammy.
I do know economics, first of all.
You do?
So,
really? What's market equilibrium?
Market equilibrium is when
what
you buy when the demand and the demand and production is equal, right? So you hit the equilibrium.
Okay, demand and supply are equal. The point in which they intersect.
That's why he was stumbling because
it took him a minute. It took him a minute. Okay.
Well, no, I got it.
Yeah, can I ask you another question?
Yeah, is it a math question?
Well, economics is math, so yes.
Okay, sure. It's a branch of math, but okay.
Okay.
What's the next?
Sit on your hands too. Don't look it up.
Yeah, in order
No,
for
I'm not. You would see if I looked it up.
In order for a price floor to have an effect, does it need to be above or below equilibrium?
A price floor?
Yeah.
Okay, you're getting into economics 101 stuff here. It's been a while. Price floor.
I hear you clicking. I hear the typing.
No, I'm not, dude. First, that's total BS because I'm not.
Yeah, a price floor, in order for it to have an effect, does it need to be above or below the equilibrium?
Below, I would say.
If you put a price floor below equilibrium, it has no effect on the market.
Nope.
Okay, well.
Because the price floor is the lowest possible price you could have. It's a minimum. So it'd have to be above the equilibrium in order for it to have an effect.
Okay.
So you understand economics, really?
Well, I do. I knew equilibrium, so that's something, right?
He knew equilibrium. You know what? He knew
That
equilibrium,
is
chat.
something, bud.
He knew something.
Hey, it is.
That means he knows economics.
I do know economics. I didn't major in it, obviously. So
I did. So what do you understand about economics?
I know a lot more about different topics than you do, right? So you major in that, you know more about that.
Okay. Well, then what topics? Tell me one.
I don't know, like accounting.
Okay, what about accounting?
Just a FYI, one of my MBAs, I have a minor in accounting because I was planning on being a CPA. So just so you know. Sorry, go ahead.
Yeah, so like what about accounting?
I'm sorry, but a minor isn't as good as an actual CPA.
Okay, so you're a CPA?
I might be.
You're not, because again, you don't even minor. You don't have a minor for a CPA. What are you talking about? A CPA?
I have a major.
You don't get a major for a CPA either. What are you talking about?
You get a major in accounting, dude.
Exactly. So what are you talking about?
I don't know what you're talking about, Santana. I know because I've done it. So.
Okay, go ahead, bud.
All right. What do you know about internal? First of all, this conversation is going so far out of left field when we're talking about tariffs, and
I think it goes back to the point that we made as far as you don't know anything about business and you don't know anything about economics. That's the whole point. You're advocating for tariffs when you don't understand what's actually happening. You're using catchphrases as far as no pain, no gain. You're defending tariffs on penguins. Like none of this is making sense at this point, and we're just trying to figure out what the hell do you actually know?
Well, the first point I was trying to make is that the astronomically high tariff threats work in favor of the U.S. by creating leverage in negotiations. That was the point that I was trying to make, and that's why I'm saying it's not terrible. Okay.
And we've already addressed that in the fact that he's made 3 deals, and you never answer how many countries there are in the world.
Okay, he made 3 deals so far, and how far along in his term? Like
he's over 6 months.
Okay, 6 months, 3 deals. Okay.
He said 90 deals.
I know
in 90
what he
days.
said, dude. He says a lot of stuff. Okay. He says a lot of stuff.
Well, if his threats were so impactful, wouldn't that mean that he would be able to make more than 3 deals? Like if they actually had any teeth, any credence, wouldn't countries be beating down the door for the United States to make a deal because they're terrified? By your premise, if it actually did anything, wouldn't there be more than 3 deals?
Well, it got Mexico to start caring about the border more, right? It got
Mexico was already addressing the border, and at certain points, they had already agreed to send more troops to the border under the Biden administration than they did with the under the Trump administration. Again, it did nothing.
We got Canada to start paying attention to the border more.
They had already they already had that same deal in place prior to Donald Trump. Literally the exact same deal.
Okay. But all right, maybe I don't know about Mexico, but you're probably right about Canada. All right, man. Look, that was my only point that I wanted to make.
Okay.
Thanks.
I have time for one more debate, everybody. One more debate. We got like 16 more minutes left on the live, everyone.
Just want to say, W's in the chat for Lindsay, who sent another 10 and say, you may not need 10 foil, but you'll need a booze sauce for sure. I will. Absolutely.
Yeah, what's up? How old are you?
I'm 20.
And do you support Donald Trump?
I do support Donald Trump. This is less of a Donald Trump question, more of a question for you on your stance on this topic.
So why do you support Donald Trump?
Why do I? Oh, is this a more of a why? Is it okay if I ask you a question first? I just wanted to get your view on a stance of something. That's more of why I joined this.
Are you coming to debate or no?
It'll potentially lead to a debate. I would believe so. I wanted to
won't debate it in general.
I will debate it. Yeah. You know what the Golden Dome is, correct?
Yeah.
You've heard. Okay. Are you in favor of the Golden Dome?
No.
What? Okay. That's the topic I was wanting to debate about. I feel like it'd be a fresh topic that.
Are you advocating for the Golden Dome?
I am advocating for it. Yes.
With the funding that it was appropriated in the BBB.
Hello?
You're paused out of the app. Caitlin, thank you so much for the $25. Thank you so much, by the way. I really appreciate it. Sammy with the $20. Really appreciate it. Sammy.
Are you talking
Clint
about
with the
$500
$5?
billion?
Thank you, Clint. I really appreciate it. Thank you. Bro.
Okay, so why would y'all be against the Golden Dome? That's a question I will raise.
Unnecessary.
It's why is it not necessary?
We already have defense.
Also, it's
what defense do we have from a potential Russian attack or a Chinese or Russia, China, or any country with ICBMs?
Star
we
Wars.
have Star Wars.
Mm-hmm.
What kind of Star Wars do we have? Okay, like
That's
what
that's
actually
what the program's called.
We have it
was
states
gonna
we have
say
a
The
total of
Empire Strikes
44.
Back.
We have a total of
It's a
44
missile
interceptors.
defense system.
We
It's
have
what it's called.
44 interceptors. And do you know how many ICBMs Russia has? Do you know how many ICBMs?
Are you saying
China
that we
has?
don't have the ability to defend against a Russia?
No, I'm not saying we don't have the ability.
So if
for
we
a
do
full-on-
already, if we do already have the ability to defend, then why do we need to build up?
I'm
the
not saying we
ability
don't
to
have the
defend?
ability to. No, it's less of that. Like, okay, we have 44 interceptors that they what are their hit rates? It's about 50%, correct? And we have 44 of them compared to Russia's. I don't know Russia's arsenal off the top of my head, and I don't know China's either. But for a full-fledged attack, what are we going to defend? How are we going to defend ourselves?
Here's the simplest point. Can we currently defend ourselves against missile attacks from Russia and China?
No,
we can't.
No, we cannot.
What makes
we cannot.
Do you have any evidence that we don't have the ability to?
Any evidence? There's also no evidence that we have an ability other than the 40.
No. What
government
evidence
release-
is that
the
we don't
release.
have the ability to? I mean, I would say that there's pretty good evidence that we do, given how much we already spend on the military budget. And if you wanted to like redirect military, like think about it this way: if you want to redirect already spent military funds towards doing this, you have a better argument than saying that you want to increase spending towards the military to be able to fund this.
It's not, but we have never seen an true ICBM. I mean, even with the Iraq or the Iran and Israel thing, those are not intercontinental ballistic missiles. Those are not ice. Those are not.
We have developed
true
defense
ICBMs.
systems for intercontinental ballistic missiles.
Based on the government released, we have 44 interceptors.
Okay.
And how many ICBMs and
how many do you think we need?
As many to defend a full-fledged attack from Russia and China.
So how about this? Let's just drop $1 trillion this year in it. Are you down? Are you down just to drop $1 trillion?
No, absolutely not. Because
okay, so then how much do we need?
But over years, would that be okay?
How much do we need?
For this year or for the next 4 to 5 years?
This
over
year.
5 years, we're going to need about $500 billion over the next 5 years, I believe.
Okay. So you think we need
$500 billion.
Why not more?
That's just what's been quoted. That's what's been quoted.
Yeah, but do you know why we need that much more, or no? Or are you just saying that because Trump has that as a policy?
That's the quote that came out of Congress. Trump's was less than that. This is Congress's quote. Trump said we would need around, I think it was 100 billion, or I don't know exactly, but then Congress came out and said it would need to be about $592 billion would be the Congress quote.
Okay. So given that that's how much you would need, I'm confused how you would understand that to be how much you need versus a different number.
We will probably need more over time, obviously, to keep it up and running. But this is just more of a concern based on escalations in other countries. I would say that this is a top concern.
Okay, so is
Can
it
we both agree on
it
this
that
is
we
a top
need a
concern?
certain amount more missile defense systems? How many more?
I would
missile
believe
defense
so,
systems?
yes, because Russia.
How many
Russia
more do we
actively,
need?
I believe that as many to defend an all-fledged attack from
and like,
every one of your countries.
I would think we already have enough. Do you have any evidence that we need any more?
I would say based on the release of, we only have 44 interceptors.
How much do we need?
As many as Russia would have ICBMs, and as many as China would have ICBMs.
You're talking about thousands of them, which is not how much you have in the Golden Dome, Big Beautiful Bill provision. So you're not getting enough as to what you need, and Trump didn't even claim anywhere near enough to be able to get that.
Yeah, which is also a problem. So I'm not even technically, I would say, agreeing on Trump on this. I'm saying this is also a national security issue that we don't have.
Oh my God, dude, this is ridiculous. I can't believe you actually believe that. You believe that it's a national security issue that we aren't spending even more money on the military than $900 billion a year.
From these insane other countries, I would say yes.
If you want to keep us safe against Russia, why did you stop defending Ukraine?
Why did we stop defending Ukraine?
Yeah.
We still have deals to give them aid.
Well, now we cut it.
The EU is paying.
We cut it for a while though.
We did, which I was
Donald Trump thought he.
Don't get me wrong. I'm not for everything Donald Trump does. Like Donald Trump, he's had some idiot stuff going on. Don't get me wrong on that. Now, I do not think we should have stopped funding for Ukraine. I'm not for that at all. I'm just giving my support on an issue I believe the Golden Dome would be a good thing for America to help. I mean, at the same, we're not gonna. At the end of the day, I would say that we're not gonna. If something did happen to us, we're not gonna be able to stop everything. But wouldn't it be better to stop as much as we can, potentially, as much as we can do, where it won't overly kill the deficit? Would it not be okay to spend a little bit more to protect ourselves?
By the way, Chris, thank you so much for the $25 on PayPal. Thank you so much. Really appreciate it, Chris. And it's going to massively add to our deficit. And it is the case that we can already defend ourselves. I don't see a need to increase our defenses at all. I think that there's no threat here. And I think that you're just creating a threat out of nowhere for really no reason when we already spend so much on the military. Again, if you want to argue taking money we already spend on the military and reallocating that towards this type of defense system, you have a significantly better argument than arguing that we should increase how much money we have to spend in order to be able to pay for this, because we already spend so damn much on the military. We could cut our military budget in half and have the largest military in the world, over $150 billion a year.
And that's a fair point right there. And if we could find a reasonable way where stuff that we're getting is not what we truly need and advocate more of that towards it, I feel like that would be I feel like that'd be an okay option as well. But as long, I mean, is it really? I mean, at the end of the day, you're looking at you're saying it's. I mean, it is a hypothetical thing. But at the end of the day, do you really truly know what these other countries could do at the same minute? So that's where I would say it would be something concerning, because
Russia is having a hard time dealing with Ukraine.
They are having a hard time.
Can we just keep this in perspective? Like,
yes,
Russia,
absolutely.
Russia can't actually beat Ukraine.
Yeah, and it's sad, but I mean, at the end of the day, what if Russia launches an all-out like they have used no nuclear force in Ukraine. We know that if Russia truly wanted to, in 5 minutes, they could annihilate Ukraine with their nuclear weapons. Now, at the end of the day,
as well.
Didn't they already threaten under Biden and Biden prevented that? Wait, didn't they already threaten under Biden and Biden prevented that?
How did Biden prevent that exactly? Are you talking with his words, or what are we talking about?
I'm saying they literally had a call where there was threats specifically on behalf of the Biden-Harris administration towards Russia and Putin that prevented them from deciding to drop a nuke on Ukraine.
Yeah, and yeah, I believe I have heard about that, and I salute that. I obviously salute that. I'm not against Biden. Don't get me wrong on that. But I believe it would be, but at the same time, if that did happen, if they did that to Ukraine, we did that to them, they're going to launch everything they got against us. We're not going to have enough. So what happens to us? That's that. And I get that.
We're going to be fine. I don't think this is like a legitimate concern that we have as a country.
Okay. That's a fair thing.
Yeah.
That's a fair assessment.
And I don't think that especially in comparison to all of the other threats that we have, I think most of our threats right now are domestic, and it comes from people like Donald Trump.
Okay. That's a fair assessment for you. Okay. Were you wanting to get in the topic of why I support Trump?
Yeah, we could, because I could be like, dude, he goes against so many core American values, our rule of law, our court system, our democratic values, our constitution.
I know you. Okay. Good. Now I know you've probably debated the southern border for a very long time, and I know you. One other thing I would like to ask you about. Okay, do you truly believe that Joe Biden was always there mentally throughout the presidency?
I believe he had cognitive decline, and I think that was very clear. But I mean, he was there. Yeah, obviously.
Okay, and obviously, this is just. I mean, there's so many other things that news coverages have done terribly. Do you believe that it was underplayed by the news coverage? Do you believe by mainstream media and Democratic coverage that was severely underplayed?
That what was severely underplayed? Sorry.
Biden's cognitive decline.
I think it was overshot.
You think it was overshot? I
actually think it was overshot.
I agree with that one.
Okay. So I believe that as a 20-year-old heading into, I have an associate's degree now. It's in general studies. I believe that he has helped me in my future would be better in his hands under tax policies. I feel like as a military presence in the world.
That's absolutely incorrect, though. He's literally He's literally hurting the not only student loans industry in the sense of actually rolling back multiple protections. He's getting rid of the Department of Education, which directly impacts your FAFSA. He's also reinstituting the student loan debt collection process, which is not only going to hurt those people, it's going to also hurt the economy. Like there's multiple facets of education that he's stifling.
Okay. And how do you feel like Biden's economy was better? Am I right?
I think Biden's economy was different.
Okay. It was different. Okay.
It was a post-pandemic economy. Literally, the economy crashed because of COVID, and interest rates were at 9%. But the Biden-Harris administration led the U.S. to the fastest recovery of any G7 country, and like he actually brought more manufacturing into the U.S., made multiple bipartisan deals, and got the country back on track, going in the right direction.
Okay. And okay, do you feel like Biden handled the southern border well? Do you feel like Biden truly handled the southern border well?
I mean,
Yes.
so like in comparison to Trump, yes, but in relation to like what I would want, I would probably say like from an ideal lens, there are plenty of things that I disagree that Biden did, and that also carries over to Obama and every other Democrat in the modern era, Clinton, etc. Because I don't think that anyone in the country who's undocumented who hasn't committed a violent crime or bad crime should be deported. I think that they should be given a pathway to citizenship where they don't have to leave. So that's where I would distinct from myself from the Democratic Party, but then also acknowledge that they're better than like the Republicans, because Republicans are trying to make it artificially too long to get into the country, which is ridiculous because there's no good economic argument.
Okay,
right.
I get that. Like, what's it called? I believe that you should be able to obtain citizenship in a reasonable amount of time, but I also feel like it is an okay thing as a country to deport people that are not like I'm talking not just normal people that have done criminal things here.
They're not targeting the criminals.
I understand, but I believe that I get that they're not doing that, but I believe from a personal standpoint that is what we should be more focusing on.
Well,
is that a fair standpoint?
Well, okay, if you want law enforcement to focus on that a lot more, how about you make it so that they give a pathway to citizenship for anyone who's in the country who's undocumented, who hasn't committed violent crime or bad crime, because then law enforcement will be able to focus more on people who have committed violent crimes or bad crimes, which bad crime just means anything bad that would consider morally bad insofar as that someone shouldn't be allowed into the country.
Okay.
Because like there's certain types of things that are like non-violent, like for example, certain types of fraud or stealing that are non-violent that at certain extents we would say is so bad where we don't think people should be allowed in the country, but yet it's not violent. Does it make sense?
Okay. Do you think it would, but do you also not think it would not help to kind of, in a way, I'm talking just straight violent criminals who are undocumented that have done bad things here that you have caught. Do you think it would not be okay to also clean house at the same time?
What do you mean by clean house?
By clean house, as in deport the violent criminals that you have obtained and the people that have come here to do harm.
Okay,
and just
if
focus
someone has
on
committed
that
a violent
rather than-
crime or a bad crime insofar as that they should be deported, I think that they should be deported on the condition that they can be put in a prison in another country.
Okay.
And not that they're just going to be left to roam on the streets.
But Donald Trump is actually deporting people that are accused of quote unquote violent crimes and deporting them where they're not actually going to face any type of justice back in their home country. So they're not even arranging the ones that they're quote unquote deporting that have done violent crimes. They're just kicking them out of the country with no type of consequences.
So do you believe that we should keep them here to pay for their crime rather than deport? Is that what you're,
I would rather keep them in prison and pay for that rather than let them roam free around the world and harm people.
Okay. But would that not add
committed
a
violent
lot
crimes.
of money would that not take a lot of spending as well to keep?
Sure.
We're paying other countries to keep criminals already.
We are, and should we really be paying these countries to keep them over there? Shouldn't that be their own country's problem at the end of the day, where we should not be paying for that?
And we'll work with those countries. We'll work with those countries, but we don't want to just send people to be able to roam free, because especially they can also come back to the United States. right, and try to go through our system.
Which they are.
Yeah, they should. If they've already committed a violent crime, they should not be allowed. They should not be allowed to obtain citizenship after that.
Well, I agree, but then they'll try to come back to the country through other mechanisms, right? So I mean, also,
which is why I believe in some sort of way we should have some sort. We should have some sort of security. It doesn't have to be the biggest wall
we can
in the
have
world,
we don't need a wall, but we can have security. But like that's for people who have committed violent crimes and bad crimes. Those are the specific extents that law enforcement should be dealing with. Right, and it'll be easier for law enforcement to identify anyone who's engaging in that particular behavior because they'll be less focused on people who are not committing violent crimes or bad crimes, who are members of the community that should not be kicked out of the country, should not be kidnapped and removed from the communities. That
no, we shouldn't be splitting families and removing kids and sort of stuff like that. Obviously, like we should get our own house in order to where we should be dealing with the problems that we really have first, not having to overpay to ship kids back across and other things. Obviously, I believe that's wrong. I believe that we should be dealing with all the real problems of immigration, like of sorts of stuff like the violent crime is where I'm getting at. Okay.
Hey, what do you think about Donald Trump bringing violent criminals into the U.S.?
I do not support that. I do not support bringing, unless we are bringing them here to. I don't want my tax dollars going to pay into a prison.
Yeah, Donald Trump, Marco Rubio, the State Department secured the release of 10 Americans and permanent legal residents from Venezuelan prison, and part of the effort. But one of the men released from prison, an American Venezuelan dual citizen named Duhed Haddad Ortiz, has been convicted in Venezuela for the murder of 3 people in Spain in 2016. So literally, he's bringing violent criminals into the U.S.
Okay. So if Donald Trump was to
W's in the chat for Nikki.
Okay.
Thank you, Nikki.
Okay. So if Donald Trump was to remove focus on, these people that are undocumented, if he was to put in a policy to where you could obtain citizenship in a reasonable amount of time, but still we're focusing on getting the people that are not here to do good things out and putting some sort of putting security in some place. Yes. Would you be in support of that? Would you be in support of that? Would you admit that Trump?
Yes. If Trump adopted my immigration policy, I would think that that's good immigration policy to adopt.
Okay. And another question
real quick, I got a question for you.
Let's hear it.
When did Joe Biden take the office of the president? When did he get sworn in?
When did Joe Biden?
Yes.
2020.
No.
Or November. It'd be. Or he won off. Are you talking about election night? Or are you talking
when
about?
Was he sworn into office?
Are we going to January 6th on this one?
No, I'm not. But
I wouldn't know the exact date he was sworn in.
January.
Okay,
it's January 20th, but January, fine. When did they start working on the bipartisan border bill to secure the actual southern border?
I don't know dates.
February.
I wouldn't know dates. Okay, February. Okay.
That was Joe Biden's top priority, and literally working on it for years, and they got it close to the finish line when Donald Trump actually got his Republican cronies to unalive the bill. But Donald Trump has been in power for over 6 months now. What legislation have they put forward to actually address the southern border?
The only thing that I have seen so far, I do not know off the top of my head, but I have not seen as many headlines on the border. I will admit that I have not seen any headlines on the border. And from what I've seen on mainstream networks, which I do not know I've seen both on CNN and Fox that border crossings, or I don't know exactly which.
It's none.
But they apparently have gone down. I don't know. But that's what I've seen.
Donald Trump hasn't done anything to address the southern border. He's put more money into ICE, but has actually did nothing to address the border. You can talk about border crosses being down, yeah, but you can also talk about travel into the U.S. as a total being down. I mean, like our actual tourism market is being stifled because of Donald Trump. It's because literally our overall standing in the world has been downgraded. and countries are telling their citizens don't go to the U.S.
Okay. Do you think we would have been better off under a Harris immigration policy, or do you think she would have truly put the time together to really make an immigration policy? Would have that actually been one of her concerns? Do you really truly believe that?
Yeah, she would have done an immigration policy. They were trying to do a bipartisan border bill that Donald Trump called for people in Congress to undermine.
I think that was one of the things that she mentioned directly, is that she wanted to revive the actual Langford bill. So
Senator Langford from Oklahoma.
yes, she
Okay.
wanted to revive it.
That's a bipartisan bill.
Mm-hmm.
Actually, I would say conservative leaning. I would say, if anything, it gives up too much, and I would have advocated for them to go left wing on it. I would have advocated for them to do immigration policy to the left, and like that would have been something I would have been pushing for. But clearly,
the Republicans had a lot of wins in that,
and he didn't take it. Like that they should have taken that bill. To be totally honest, I mean, they might be able to get a bill like that now, but we'll see.
No, they won't, because the Democrats were willing to actually compromise on DACA. And that's something that they normally aren't, but they wanted to get the deal done. And so the Republican Party actually was able to squeeze a lot out of the Democrats just to get this bill passed.
Due to funding for DACA, I'm assuming.
Well, changes to DACA recipients and their status and multiple things. Like there was a lot of Republican wins in that bill, like a lot.
So, yeah, I mean, that you guys lost, honestly, on that one not being passed for you guys.
Okay. Well, I guess to clean it up, based on the reasons that I voted for Trump in the 24 elections, was I felt like we needed a stronger southern border. I felt like, I get that Biden had a COVID economy. I guess I get that it was that it was kind of a cleanup for Biden. So I don't really judge the candidates too hardly on basically the COVID crisis. I mean, nobody. I don't think I get that we could have probably predicted a little bit better, but I felt like the economy.
No, like he should have not got rid of the pandemic team that was established by Obama to deal with situations like this. Maybe that would have been useful.
Okay, and I feel like from where I'm living at right now, I felt like the times were better during the Trump 2016 to 2020 presidency in the economy.
So in 2016, do you think the economy was good?
No.
No? You just said it was good.
I wasn't truly paying it. I didn't really truly pay attention to politics until COVID hit. I would say really until COVID hit. And
so then how do you know that the economy was good throughout Trump's presidency?
I'm just going based off of based off of headlines, observations.
Okay. So you think based on observations, the years 2016 to 2020, the economy was good?
The economy, I know that compared to 2020 through to 2024, we can go off of inflation.
So again, you think
definitely lower.
So just to clarify,
which I get COVID. I get COVID, but.
So just to clarify, you think that 2016 through 2020, the economy was good? I'm just trying to clarify that point before I move on.
Yes. Okay. Better than it was from, and COVID's a solid reason, but I'm talking post-COVID into the past Biden presidency where inflation got to a point of so high, where I was having to pay almost $4 a gallon in Oklahoma, rather than when it was $1.99.
It was Trump's fault.
Before him.
So in 2016, Obama was the president. So you said the economy was good in 2016 when Obama was already president.
I was just giving dates through Trump's presidency, 2016.
So if Obama was president, the economy was already good. Why are you saying that Trump caused the economy to be good?
I'm just going based off of inflation and prices. This is the economy I'm talking. I'm talking inflation.
Trump exacerbated inflation.
Inflation wasn't high under Obama.
I know it wasn't high under Obama. I'm just talking when I was, let's see, through 20. I just know that everything then was lower than it was. For my eyes observation, I went from paying $1.99 to $4 a gallon.
Things are more expensive now.
Yeah, and that's
also. Hey, do you know why that happened though? Like I hear you, and I'm not going to deny that gas prices went up, but do you know why it happened?
Yeah. And by the way, I just want to clarify.
Wait, hold on. I just want to. Through the Biden presidency, I did not see any sort of.
I just wanted to clarify this point. Like Jesus Christ, I swear, like he doesn't know I'm speaking or something. Like, so I just want to clarify. When I said that the prices were higher now, I'm saying in relation to Biden being in office when he was. the very end of his office.
Oh, I guess my microphone was off. Oh,
You're
can you
good,
hear me
you're
now?
good. Yeah.
I don't know why my microphone turned off. Okay.
Because you wouldn't stop talking.
Oh, okay. Sorry.
You're good.
Okay. So after COVID, I saw that the prices of everything. I do not know exactly why they went up. I
Okay,
saw it
maybe
go
you
up,
should
and I did not
question
see it
why.
here.
So, just an FYI, Donald Trump exacerbated the cost of gas prices. Donald Trump went to OPEC during COVID and said, "Hey, can you guys cut production?" They said no. He threatened them with the military. Said, "If you don't, then we're going to pull our military support." He was saying that COVID was going to be a 2-week deal, but he got them to cut a 2-year deal to cut production, and then everything opened back up. And so at that point, we were spending more on gas because supply was low, demand was high. And after that, Joe Biden went back to OPEC and said, "Hey, we need you to drop these prices." And they said no, because they're buying the gas, even though it's high. And so Joe Biden released our oil reserves, flooding the market, dropping the prices, and then bought back the oil reserves at a cheaper price and helping gas prices drop. Donald Trump, at the same time, Jared Kushner helped negotiate deals selling off multiple oil refineries here in the U.S., including one of our largest oil refineries in Texas. So Donald Trump helped exacerbate the actual issue of the oil prices because, supply chain issues, while at the same time actively working against us. And Joe Biden helped reduce those prices. Yes, the prices went up, but you don't know why. It was not directly based off of Donald Trump, but Donald Trump had a hand in it.
Okay.
Have any more scorpions?
No, I didn't. All right. Okay. I see. Okay. I got one other question before I leave. I was going to ask you, how would you feel about if we took 1% of our oil reserves and gas and used it for ourselves in America? Do y'all believe that would help anything?
We don't have the capacity to refine it.
We don't have it?
No, especially because, like I just said, they sold off 16 of our refineries, including our largest refinery in Texas. We don't have the ability. That's why it's better for us to sell it and buy imported gas than actually trying to refine it here in the U.S.
Didn't we also actually do some level of that under Biden? And then they were also saying that we depleted our oil reserves.
Okay. Again, well, I'm looking at the chat now, y'all. I'm basically a clueless 20-year-old that voted for Trump. I just gave my reasons on why I believed it, what I saw in the mainstreams.
Here's what I would say. I think you should keep watching these live streams, keep critically thinking, keep trying to reason yourself through this, because I think that if you do that, you'll realize how Donald Trump's screwing you over on every single point.
I will definitely look. You were 16 4 years ago. Well, my birthday's on October 31st.
All right. Well, is there anything else you want to talk about, Rad?
No, other than would you debate Charlie Kirk again?
Yep.
You would do it?
Mm-hmm.
All right. Well, thank you all so much for that, and enjoyed it.
For sure. All right. All right, everyone. I'm about to get off here right now. I'm about to get off. Are you about to stay on live and continue debating, or what are you about to do?
I don't think so. I think I'm a panel hop, go bother some people. I'm really annoying online, so there's that.
All right. Well, you have fun doing that. Have fun doing that.
Have a good one.
Good seeing you. Good seeing you. By the way, everyone, I just want to tell everyone, go over to my YouTube right now. We're 290 subscribers away from 200,000, everyone. 290 subscribers away. Also, everyone, make sure to like the stream here on YouTube. We're about to hit 3,000 as well. We're pretty similar away from 3,000 likes and from that.
We're having a good time. We were talking about politics, but yeah, no, when I got to my cell, that shit sucked because I didn't know what time it was. So it's you're just staring at four walls and you don't know what time it is. You don't know what's going on. So yeah.
Oh yeah, and you can't even see the sun coming up or down. So yeah, when you get in that cell, I don't know, because when I went, I was in a tent, so you could see the sun coming up because it was a tent.
Yeah, no, it definitely wasn't.
That's
no
how
tent. Definitely wasn't no tent.
Yeah, I was in a little tent. But at least, man, I'm just glad that. I know we're on different sides, but I'm glad you got out of there, man. And honestly, I like what you did over there, standing up for what you believe in, and that's all it's about, dude.
100%, my friend. Well, I appreciate you for coming up.
Yes, sir. Hey, I know you like the Cowboys or the Texans, but let's go Cowboys. I'm all that shit. I'm all that shit.
Hell on, get that shit out of here.
I'm all that shit.
All right, bro. All right, my friend. Bye.
All right, later.
Yeah. So, somebody asked, did I post bond? Didn't have to because all the charges were dropped. Right. So, I didn't have it to worry about any of that. Didn't have to do that. So that was cool. But yeah, like I'm telling you, I was telling them like, guys, like, man, we gotta get you to vote. Like, this is a big deal. You know, I was having fun to be honest with you. But yeah, solitary confinement was no joke. That was no joke for sure. Oh my gosh, look at this dude. Look at this
Steady
dude.
trying to find a motive. Why
Look at
do
this
what
dude.
I do?
Yes, indeed.
Oh, how you feeling, bro?
Crazy, bro.
Yeah.
Like, I was in jail 24 hours ago. Like, I don't know. Like, dude, I'm not gonna lie. Like, I was in a full blown jumpsuit and I was looking at the mirror myself.
Oh, they made you wear orange,
bro. Yeah. No, well, so it was like black and gray, like stripes, bro. It was some crazy shit, dog. I looked in the mirror and I just kept looking at myself. I'm like, damn, I'm really in jail. Like, how did I get here? Like, yo.
Bro, I was trying to put some money on your books, but they was tripping, so I couldn't even even do it. You know, I was trying to hit up the commissary.
Dog, man, look, it was crazy. So here's the deal. So here's the funniest part. I haven't told this story yet.
Mhm.
So when I was doing the town hall, it was before they took my mugshot.
Yeah.
Right. And so I didn't know what I wanted, how to like take a mugshot. So I get all the guys together. And I was like, all right, guys, so like, what should I do? I was like, because this mugshot is going to be on TV. Like,
Yeah,
it's
it
kind of
is.
be like, you know, it's going to be crazy. It's going to be around for probably a long time. So it's like, I can either smile, and immediately they were like, no, you can't do that. No smile. You can't smile. You can't smile. I was like, what? And then some guy from Mexico, he was like, you got to be like Trump. You got to be like Trump. You got to scowl. I was like, no, I'm not doing that either.
Absolutely.
I'm not doing that either. So I just walk up and I get to the camera and I just kind of like look like they made me take off my glasses. I'm just like,
Look,
and
that's
so
how,
it takes 14 days apparently for like a mugshot to become available. So you know,
that's how I take like all my official pictures. Like,
bro, I'm telling you, like I'm not gonna lie. I think I'm gonna make that picture my profile picture. I'm not gonna lie.
listen. In all seriousness, like you do understand that like the history of our actual leaders, like this is a pivotal point in their actual trajectory.
Yeah.
Like you get that, right?
Yeah.
Like this is a real thing, and like being able to stand up and say that you're willing to go to jail for what you believe in, like that's powerful. That's meaningful. Like,
yeah. 100%.
And also like, so I don't know if people saw this, like everyone has seen like the clip of them like carrying you out and all this other stuff, right?
Yeah.
But leading up to it, hearing you actually speak, and then the escalation as far as how you got there, it was so fucking powerful. So fucking powerful.
Yeah, dude, it was insane. To be honest with you, you know, to just think about like, you know, like you said, the lineage of people that had like gone through that. You know, I just kept on telling myself like it's a reason why I'm here.
Yeah.
You know, and you know, I didn't let my brain kind of like wallow in despair of like, oh, I'm in jail. You know, I just kept on thinking like, nope, like you're supposed to be here. You know, God wouldn't give you something that you can't handle, and you just got to keep pushing. So,
yeah, and like I think the unique thing is what you just said, as far as you being around certain people and you actually had the opportunity. You would have never gotten the opportunity to speak with them if not that happened, right? And then that gives you a different perspective. That gives you insight as far as not only like your constituents, but people that you can actually help, people that need your help. Like you get a perspective that you would have never gotten. And so like it's something, it's pivotal.
Yeah. I mean, I'm telling you, like it's kind of crazy. Like some guy I said, I saw him today and he goes, man, Isaiah, I never thought I would be able to share experience about getting locked up with you. Like, you know, and it's like, yeah, like I've got that experience now, so it's
Well, I
it's
mean,
crazy.
it does make you more relatable, and one of the things that most politicians don't have, right? And I think one of the reasons why it's so beneficial to have you here on TikTok doing what you do is because people get to connect and relate to you in ways that they don't with other politicians, and
Yeah.
it makes you more human, right? You're
Right.
no longer like a figure out that's, you know, trying to tell people what to do or whatever. Like, you're an actual relatable person, and then
Right.
like when people see this and it organically grows. And when I tell you, people were hitting me up talking about like, what are we gonna do? I'm like, what am I supposed to do? Like, what do you want me to do? People like, what are we gonna do about Isaiah? Well, I'm waiting. Like, bro, I promise you, they thought like I was supposed to come pick you up or something. I had no idea.
Yeah. Dude, I'm telling you, man, like I just, you know, what I think the craziest part about it though is that like I had legitimately no idea what was happening on like in the outside world. Like I had no idea. And so in my head, I like, you know, part of me was like, I wonder if like things are going crazy right now. Like, you know, because I had no concept. And so just to kind of like walk out and just like immediately see like just all of the support from everywhere, just like I
People
barely
were
could
getting
speak.
pissed. People were
Yeah.
getting so pissed, and then not only getting pissed, but in the sense that like your brother did a great job getting like
Yeah,
pushing out
he
what
did.
was happening and keeping everyone aware. And like, you know, there's literally nowhere, at least you know, in online spaces and everything, and not just, you know, here on TikTok, but like everywhere, every online space. I knew it was like a whole thing when I saw Gavin Newsom tweeting about it.
Yeah.
I was like, oh
Yeah.
shit.
Yeah.
Like, this is a huge thing.
Yeah. Yeah.
So-
When he did that, that kind of like is what made it go, just it popped.
Yeah.
Like honestly, I mean, because I was talking to Josh about it. He was like, man, like, you know, when he was making the videos, like it was like
awesome,
gaining
amazing
just,
mouthpiece.
I
He
mean,
was an
just-
amazing mouthpiece.
I know. He was unbelievable. Like, but see, that was the other thing. Like, when I was in jail, I knew that Josh knew what to do. You know what I mean? So like, I kind of figured that he was like working on the outside to like do something, you know, to really get things going, and he did. You know, it was crazy.
Yeah. I'm just, you know, one, happy to see. You know what's funny? So after I saw, me and my wife were hanging out, and I saw the video, and I was thinking, oh, yeah, he's out. So I immediately picked up the phone and FaceTimed you, and then you didn't answer, and I was like, all right, well, you know, you'll hit me back at some point. And then you didn't, and then people started saying, Isaiah's still in jail. I was like, he's still in jail? What's going on? I was like, what?
Yeah.
It was wild.
Yeah. Well, I think a lot of people thought that like I was gonna like basically just go get like bookmarked or whatever and then like get out. But like no, I was literally in jail for 30 hours.
But we know what it is, right?
Yeah,
I mean, like
you know,
it's really, it was an opportunity for the Republican Party to try to assert some type of dominance or whatever, and it backfired big time.
Massively.
Like
Massively.
it was the worst thing that they could have done. And then again, like I think a lot of people saw the footage of you being taken out, but the footage before that, I mean, again, when you were literally sitting there speaking, and then when they started to try to like silence you, and you would not be silenced, and they came over, and he's just like, just cut off his mic, just cut off his mic. Like that moment was so powerful, and then it made sense how it escalated to that point. It was insane.
Yeah, I'm telling you, that's why I made so much of an effort. Like, dude, I was tired getting out of jail, but like, you know, we got on that road late last night, and I got up and I wanted to go to that same, because those same Republicans that threw me in jail.
I saw.
They were there. They were in Houston, and I wanted to go look at them in the face and say, "You didn't stop shit. You didn't stop anything. You tried and you failed." You know.
Exactly.
So look, they were real salty about it today. You know, but I love it. I love their anger. It's great tears.
Yeah, I tell you what, I mean, like, fuck it, I'll just say that they made a monster. they
did.
Like they made a monster. Like
did.
I'm telling you, it's like it's an inflection point for multiple reasons, right? I mean, one, it's you, right? But two, the actual like words that you spoke rang true, and the moment that it happened, the injustice afterwards, the fact that they dropped all the charges, and they should have killed you when they had a chance. Like what are we doing? like now is like
yeah,
So.
you know, they like you said, they created a monster. And look, that's all right, because you know we got to be real laser focused to get up out of there, you know, these Republicans. So I'm ready for it. So we're ready to go.
Yeah, well, listen, I'm gonna get out of the way. You know, I'm sure I don't know how much longer you're gonna be on talking to people. I'm sure there's other people want to hear from you. I just wanted to come up here and check on you. Did you eat the bologna sandwich?
I didn't even get a bologna sandwich, dude. It was peanut butter. Yeah, it was peanut
butter,
dude. It was peanut butter, dude, and it was this. It wasn't like Jif peanut butter, dude. It was like that's.
They gave you that Peter Pan brand.
Just gross. I mean, it was peanut butter and the bread was cold. I mean, and the slice of cheese. I mean, just, oh my gosh. Dude, I'm telling you, I didn't eat for 20, 24, 25 hours. Like, I was cooked. I was cooked.
All right, well, I'm going to get out of here. You know, hit me up when you're free tomorrow. Not
yeah, I got
tonight.
you, bro. Yeah, I got you.
All
right, bro.
See you later.
I see. Yeah, man, that sandwich, man. What happens to people with peanut allergies? Yeah, that's a good question. Like, I don't really know what actually happens, but yo,
Isaiah
what's up,
Martin,
what's up?
What up, dog? I'm happy that you are out of the gulag, but at the same time, Democrats clearly proved not to be the side of law and order.
What? Oh man,
you guys
Slayer.
just hate law and order. Like, I mean, you proved it, but you know.
You know, Slayer, it is interesting, because you're about to be a constituent.
Listen,
you excited for my representation?
I will say this. I am embarrassed by MAGA. I will say it again. I'm embarrassed by MAGA. Dude, I hope there is a Democrat avalanche. The Republicans need to be punished for over promises and the under delivering. Now, I'm not gonna go vote for Democrats, but
you're gonna vote for me.
I
though,
will
right?
say
you're gonna vote for me, right?
Isaiah.
Don't tell me you're gonna go vote for one of my weak ops. Don't tell me you're gonna vote.
No. Listen, dude. If they listen, here's the issue.
Slayer, you're gonna vote. You're gonna vote. Come on, man. Just come
listen, bro. Listen, bro. This is what I have to say. I've already told you this, that I would not vote for another MAGA. It's just not gonna happen. We're not getting anything that we promised. In fact, we are actually doing the bidding of a foreign country, and this is not what I voted for. This is not America First. So if your policies are America First driven, you can, promise to take up the slack that the Republicans promised, in that mugshot.
That's a whole lot of words to just say, Slayer, you're gonna vote for me.
No, sir. I need your promise that you have America First, because I'm Team America First and everything.
Well, you can read my policy. You know my policies.
I know.
I care about this country.
Hey, listen. I told you your best policy, in my opinion, it's always for the kids. The field trip policy.
That's right. That's right. We're gonna defund.
That's a really good policy.
We're gonna go and defund a lot of the Trump's crap. We're gonna give the money to the kids.
Listen, you can't defund Elon's protection because I'm pretty sure that's already.
Yeah, that's cut. That's cut. That's good.
So I don't know where you're getting that money from, but
anyway, Slayer, I'll chat with you.
My guy, I'm happy that you're good, bro. But keep it up, dog. I think you're gonna do well.
Absolutely appreciate you.
See you, bro.
Slayer is a resident of our congressional district, Texas 18. He is a Republican voter, or past Republican voter, but it looks like he's going to be on our side. That's interesting. Hello?
Hey, Isaiah.
What's up?
I miss you real bad. I was worried about you.
Thank you.
Oh my God, I was so angry. Like, I was typing on your page. I was asking other people, do anybody know what happened to Isaiah? Where he at? Those people literally suck. And those are cowards. They're cowards. For the
They're
simple
weak.
fact of, I don't know who all noticed it other than me, but they are extremely intimidated by you and Crockett.
That's right. Oh, I know.
Oh,
They
they are
cannot
so
stand Jasmine
intimidated by
Crockett.
you guys. It is ridiculous because they know y'all know the right stuff.
That's right.
And they're
They know.
afraid of what y'all teaching us.
That's right. But you know what? They can't stop what's coming.
They can't.
They
At the
can't
end
stop.
of the day, they gonna get what they got coming.
Oh yeah.
They ready
We're gonna
for
give it
all
to
this
them.
stuff. Now even the Republican is getting sleep out their eyes now.
They're waking up. I'm telling you. You know, when
This
that
big
truth
old
gets
ice
shoved in their
cream
face.
thing done woke them up when they should have been woke.
Right, right.
But yeah, you
That's
was
true.
missed. I'm like, I was so worried. I was calling people. Y'all saying Isaiah? I went on people's pages that I knew that follow you too. I'm like, do anybody know is Isaiah all right? And then I kept checking your page and everything. It's like I literally was sick. Like, what is Isaiah? That's not right. He's gonna show up if nothing else.
Yeah.
But you know what you're doing because you know we got your back. And what they can't stand about us is this. When we're under attack, we stand up and fight back. They don't
That's
like
right. We don't take nothing, you know?
That's right. We ain't taking no L's.
Absolutely.
Long enough.
That's right.
All right. And I'm
But
glad
we
you
can get through it.
Keep being great.
All right, my friend. Thank you.
All right. Uh-huh.
Someone says, Adam says, what policies do you even stand for? You can go to isaiahmartin.org. You can see the policies at the very top. You can absolutely support and read what we have. Hello?
Hola, ¿cómo está?
Hey, what's up, DJ?
Listen, I am so glad to see you, baby. I'm glad you're good. All right, I'm gonna tell you right now, I was proud of you. I was like, that's what I'm talking about. Isaiah, I had to tell people in my life because when I saw it, they played it in my life. It was the first time I saw it. If I was there, that guy that fell on top of you, I would have pushed him. I would have football tackled him off of you.
You know,
he was way too big to be on top of somebody.
Yeah, I mean that Krispy Kreme eating MF, you know,
Right.
You
Good though?
straight
You
on
good?
my hand's still
a little sore.
My middle finger coincidentally is.
That's all right. I work the middle finger for you. Don't worry about that. Yeah,
I'll have to do some exercises to get it back on track for the GOP.
Right, that part. Listen, I'm glad to see you back out here, my man. We've been talking about you. I've been encouraging others, and I'm going to encourage you on here as well. Guys, we want change. We've got to support the change that's coming through. This is the young man that you want to support. All right. We did grassroots for Kamala Harris. Let's do some grassroots for this guy. Listen, there's a couple of creators out there who saw you on my space, on my live, and they want to see, and we'll get together after this. We don't have to talk about it now, but they would like to offer you the opportunity to come in their space, even if it's for 30 minutes and an hour. We're encouraging our people to remember that how strong we are as the grassroots voters of this United States of America, and that if we want change, we must support change. So we got something planned for you a little later. I'm just glad to see you out and about and you doing. I saw baby Martin Luther King when I saw you. I was like, that's what I'm talking about.
Oh man.
You guys are what we need. We've got to have you. You are the future of this country. And so we would love to support you. And I'll get with Steven. Let's see if we can just come together, even if it's for 30 minutes of an hour. There's a couple other people that want to holler at you too. Let's see if we can get some of this grassroots support going. Okay?
Absolutely. 100%.
All
My friend.
right.
Thank you so much.
Bye-bye.
All right, bye-bye. Someone says, Sammy says, I live in Houston. I'm so happy you did that. You have my support and follow. I appreciate you. Shout out to everybody from Texas 18 in the chat. Seriously. It means a lot. Shout out to everybody in the district, all the Houstonians. If you're from Houston, let me know. Big H, appreciate you. What's up, Mr. Deep? What's up?
Bro, I seen what happened. I was mad.
I was mad. I was mad, dog.
Yeah,
Man,
it
you
was
good, all
crazy.
right?
I'm good, I'm good. Some crazy stuff, but we good. We up.
Man, if I was in your district, I'm in DFW. If I was in your district, I'd rock with you, bro. You don't fit the definition of Democrat to me.
Okay, so you think being trans is a mental illness?
Yeah, it's not true reality.
Okay, so you think being trans is a mental illness. First of all, this doesn't tell me anything about bathrooms, but I just want the argument for the claim. What's the argument that if you're trans and you have a mental illness? What's the
Are you
argument
gonna put I identify as a cat? Are you gonna put a litter box in the bathroom?
That's a question. What's the argument for the claim?
So I don't get a litter box anywhere I want?
That's another question. Are you not able to defend your claim that if you're trans, you have a mental illness? You can't defend that?
Yeah, you're living in an alternate reality. So
Okay, so they have false belief.
not
What's
very
the false
healthy.
belief?
That they are a different gender than they were born as.
And when you say gender, what you mean?
Come on, man.
What do you mean when you say gender? Go ahead. This is an
You're a
internal
boy
critique,
or a
so
girl.
hit me
It's
up.
pretty obvious.
Okay, when you say boy or girl, that's a biological sense, correct?
So we're gonna reinvent the wheel. Why wasn't this an
That's
issue
a
in
that's a
1988?
yes or that a no? Why you keep
Was
asking?
this an issue
You
in the
made a
80s?
claim. Are you scared to defend your claim or what?
Was this an issue in the 80s?
That's another question. I'm asking you. When you say boy or girl, you do mean in the biological sense, correct? Like male, female, correct? Go on unmute. Answer the question. Don't avoid it. Don't run from it. Don't be scared of it, baby. Be aware of it. Come on, AP.
Microphone.
Sent you an unmute request waiting on you.
What's the question?
Yeah, so the question was, so you said that being trans is a mental illness. It's a mental illness because they have a obviously false belief, and that they believe, like, for example, that they believe that they're of a different sex that they're not, right? That's the claim?
Obviously, yeah.
Okay, so you think trans women, when they look down, they see like a penis, you think they don't actually see a penis?
What? If you see a
Do you
penis,
think-
you're a man.
No, that's not the question I asked you. I'm asking
Well,
you,
that's
do you think
reality.
they have a false belief?
Yes.
That's not what I asked you. Do you think when a trans woman looks at their penis, they have a false belief that they have a penis?
Why would you think that a woman has a penis? What is that?
Do you know what a trans woman is?
Dude, you have a penis, you're a man. It's
Okay.
that simple.
Listen.
Okay, he doesn't understand. Okay, I'm gonna have to walk him through this slowly.
You're trying to reinvent the wheel here.
I don't know why you're over talking.
Shut the
A
fuck
trans
up.
woman is somebody who is assigned male at birth, right? Generally speaking, assigned male at birth, and they identify as a woman, right? Okay, so now that you know what they are, right? If they have a penis and they look down and they see a penis, is it your position, AP, that they are falsely mistaken that they think they don't have a penis? Is that your position?
My position is if they have a penis, they're a man.
That's not the answer to my question.
Reality.
Okay, so you're trying to tell me what I'm trying to evaluate what the false belief is, right? Now you're saying that they have a false belief, that they think that they're of a different sex. You can ask any trans person what their sex is, and you will agree what their sex is. Like a trans woman will tell you, yes, I was born assigned male at birth. You think they won't tell you that?
The end of the story.
Well, so you don't want to answer. So you're just scared to like defend your own view. You don't answer any of the questions.
I'm not scared of anything.
Okay, then answer the question. What do you think a trans woman would say if you asked her if she was biologically male?
I wouldn't even have that conversation, really. I don't
So
care.
you don't want to answer that question either. You can't even answer hypotheticals about your view. Okay, so listen, you couldn't defend that trans people have a mental illness. So we're going to throw that argument in the trash.
It's
Now we're
very
going to go to
obvious
the
they
next
have mental
argument. I don't know.
illness. I mean, they're
Well,
living
you
in
weren't
an
able to
alternate
defend it.
reality.
You weren't able to defend it.
They're
you don't
living
have
in
any
an alternate
justification.
reality.
Yeah,
That's-
okay. Now we
that's
want to get
not-
back to
that's
this. Now you want to go
that's
back
not
to this.
healthy.
Yeah, you want to go back to it. You want to go back to the alternate reality. You want to go back to
person that
the
would give
reason?
a
So
drug
what's the
addict a
false
hit of
belief
dope.
that they have? What's the false belief that they have?
They think that they're something they're not.
Okay, so you think that a trans woman thinks that they are not male, correct?
They identify as something that they're not. Is that
Yeah. So
healthy?
okay. So
How is that healthy?
You're doing what is called an equivocation fallacy. Let me give you an
How is that
give you an
healthy?
analogy.
Please tell me how that's healthy.
Do
For
everybody
you
a
to
favor.
equivocate, that's not healthy. Unhealthy for them for you to equivocate on terms. Let me tell you what you're doing, and then you're going to respond to this. Okay. So let's say what I take to be a parent or mother is to have given birth to an offspring. That's what I take a mother to be, right? And then
What
an
a mother
adopt. I
is.
don't know why you're over talking me. Stay muted. Pipe down. Okay. We need to walk you through this very slowly. Okay. So that's what I take a mother to be, a biological component, which is that you have given birth to another person. Now, adoptive mother who has never given birth comes up to me and says, listen, I am a mother. And I say, well, listen, you have a mental illness because you've never given birth to that individual. Well, it's very clear that I'm using mother in one sense and she's using mother in a different sense. So in order for me to prove that she has a mental illness, what I need to do is prove that she actually believes that she has given birth. So that is your problem. That's why you put yourself into a bind. That's why you cannot defend your position that trans people have a mental illness, because you are ascribing your understanding of what it means to be a woman. And that is a biological definition. That's absolutely a definition, right? And then you're assuming that when a trans woman says I'm a woman, that they're saying that they're female. That's just obviously false. In fact, if under your understanding of mental illness, you're the one with the mental illness because you believe that a trans woman believes that she's biologically female in that she does not have a penis. She has XX chromosomes and things like that. This is very simple.
If you're
Just
into trans
equivocating.
people, you should just say, that's your sexual kink. It's okay.
Yeah, listen, you can lose the debate and start trying to do ad hominems and too, but that, by the way, that's not an ad hominem.
You don't even live
Would
in
you
reality,
wait?
dude.
Would you date?
You
Let
don't
me
even live in a
ask you this
basic
question.
human
Hold on, let me
reality.
ask you
You
this
wanna
question.
reinvent the wheel.
Would you? Can I ask you? Let me ask you this question. Would you rather date a woman who looks like Hulk Hogan or a man who looks like Megan Fox? Go.
I don't have to date either one.
I'm gonna ask the question again. Would you rather date a woman who looks like Hulk Hogan or a man who looks like Megan Fox? Go.
Listen, I'm not interested in dating.
Yeah, he ran. Thank you, Grandmaster, for the kick. I appreciate you.
That's
too easy.
Get him out of here.
Get him out of here.
To be clear, the woman that looks like Hulk Hogan is Marjorie Taylor Greene.
Damn.
What's up, Santana?
Can I hang out with you guys?
No.
Let's go. Pinch, can I get your age, please?
26.
All right, what's your argument, Pinch?
Why should trans people not use the bathroom they choose? Because just because you identify as something does not mean you are.
I can't hear you. Say it again.
I said, just because you identify as something, that does not mean you are that.
Do you think that every trans woman who uses the woman's restroom only uses it because they identify as a woman? Or do you think they use it for some other reason?
Why would they use it?
Because they're more like, so for example, like butch lesbians, sometimes they use the men's restroom, but they don't identify as men. They identify as a woman, but sometimes they use the men's restroom. Huh?
I've never seen a lesbian use the men's restroom.
I have. My stepsister is a butch lesbian, and she used the men's restroom all the time.
Well, that's unfortunate.
No problems there. That's not unfortunate. She did her business, washed her hands, and left. What was wrong with that?
Probably use the women's
Lesbians go and pee.
Why? You don't have an argument for it.
Because she's a woman.
Okay, that's just begging the question, right? Like very clearly, my lesbian stepsister is a woman, but that doesn't give me an argument for why she ought not use the men's restroom.
That means she's a woman. She needs to use a women's restroom, not the men's.
Yeah, that's just you're restating the claim. I want the argument for the claim. Do you know what an argument is, Pinch? The argument is just the claim. You're just going to keep repeating the claim over and over. There's no justification for the claim. Okay, so if somebody came up to you and said, "Hey, black people, you can't go in the white only restroom because you're not white," is that going to be an argument? Do you think that that's an argument? Yes or no? Do you think that's an argument? Yes or no?
You're trying to
is
make
that an argument? Yes or no? Is that an argument? Yes or no? If you're just saying that you should go, if you're just saying that the moral status is based on what the sign says, then yeah, some sign says whites only.
Oh Jesus! Here we go. You're
What's the argument?
It's a 1-to-1 comparison. You stupid fuck.
I can use any trait. I can say eye color. I can say height. I can say whether you're a John Lennon fan or non-John Lennon fan. If you want to run away from the argument, that's fine.
These are whites only pies.
I
They
just
can never
wanted,
defend their
I
view.
just,
They just keep restating the claim.
I just wanted a simple answer. Do they think that women at baseball games that run into the men's room due to them being shorter lines should be in trouble in some way, shape, or form?
I used the women's bathroom yesterday because it was empty and the men's bathroom was full. Should I be prosecuted?
Only in Florida, apparently.
And only in government buildings. I gotta use the bathroom. I'll be right back. The men's restroom, okay?
Don't shake more than twice, or it's playing with it.
All right, Big Lad, how old are
No
you?
promises.
Hear
Wait,
me?
can I take it?
Carbon doesn't shake. He throws it over his shoulder.
All right, guys, listen. Since Carbon is away, Santana will play. With that being said, tap the screen, right? For some reason, Carbon's only at 12,000 likes with 337 people in. What is happening? Guys, tap the screen. And is the chat not moving? What the fuck is going on? Like, guys, tap the screen, share live. He's only got 17 shares. Let's get the shares up to at least 50 shares. At least 50 shares. Don't spam share, but get it up to at least 50 shares. Tap the screen, share the live. Also, gift the panel. The panel is absolutely amazing. Make sure you're taking care of the panel. Make sure you're doing all the wonderful things, especially if, you know, we're going to be here. If you actually disagree with the background, then get in the box. Someone get in the box. What is happening? Why is the chat not moving? Is it a me thing?
No, it's not. I didn't notice it until you said it, but no, the chat is completely like stopped.
Yeah. All right, McLeod, how old are you?
Hello?
McLeod, how old are you?
Are you talking something?
Who
There's
are
no
you
one up here.
talking to?
Hello, can y'all hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
What the fuck?
That's
You
what I'm
see him?
saying. What's happening?
There's nobody there.
I don't see. There's nobody above glitched, but I hear him.
Also, the chat's frozen. Like, is
Hold
this
on, I'm gonna
something
finish
funny?
No, the chat. I see the chat.
No, the chat's
The
frozen
chat's
for
moving.
me.
Is the chat frozen for y'all too?
Yeah.
Frozen for me.
Okay, I see the chat's flowing for
I
me.
just put
Let me
test
leave
and I
and
still
come
just see
back.
test.
The chat
I
fine
see-
to me.
I see McLeod. I see the chat.
That's interesting. So McLeod, I can't see, but it's fine for him. But everybody I can see, it's not good for you guys. The chat can see the chat. The chat's moving for everybody except for y'all three. I can see it.
I can see it.
I can see it. It's
Okay.
still moving for me.
Yeah, and I
The
just
chat's
want to
like, hello. It was
Yeah, he
frozen
didn't
for
choose
good.
this
That's
one.
interesting.
Yeah, dummy issue.
How's it gonna do that when I leave? Like, what the fuck? McLeod, can I get your age, please?
26.
Is the chat frozen for you right now?
No, it's still moving.
It's moving. Okay, so maybe
It's
y'all
working.
just drop
It's
out
working.
and come back in.
Yeah, it works.
Well,
for
now
me
I don't
I
see
had to
you.
completely leave.
Jimmy, I don't
You
see
can't
you.
see me?
Oh my god,
Restart.
I might have to restart. Because it says you're still in the fucking. Jimmy, it says you're okay. There you are. Okay.
Am I
Let me
here
get
now?
Santana back up here. All
I
right,
would
Satan, are you good?
Yeah, I would just saying I would restart now because your live it dropped like 80 people in less than 3 seconds.
Okay,
Someone
now
said
we're
I thought Santana was just being bossy AF. I mean,
okay.
I was just confused.
All right, everybody who's on the panel, can y'all see chat?
Yes.
Yes.
Scroll now.
Mhm.
Okay.
Yes.
All right, McLeod, what's your argument?
Me, I have more of a nuanced argument where if a trans man or trans woman pass, they allowed to use the bathroom. That's a
Okay, so it's just the passing. So what's passing?
where a
It just seems
trans
very subjective, but like, yeah, go ahead.
yeah, well when most trans women usually they don't really pass, or when
So if
they do pass,
if a cisgender woman just like didn't pass as a woman generally, whatever that means, right? Should she have to use the men's restroom?
I don't know what you mean by how can a cis woman not pass.
Yeah, well, like there's a lot of people who look at cis women and say that, oh, that's a man, or they'll say, oh, that's a trans woman or something like that. You agree that there are people that say that? They say that like about like Michelle Obama, right? Like a lot of Trump supporters.
I never heard about Michelle Obama not
They
passing.
do it all the time, but everybody has like everybody has their subjective standards of what is passing and what's not. So I'm trying to figure out like what is the standard for passing that.
Holy shit.
Grandmaster! Oh my
I don't
god.
see any gift.
You didn't see that?
No, it's not, bro. I think I can't see anything.
You gotta restart. They got
Wait,
the,
who
they
got
got
a
the
who
like
got a gift?
I did.
Nanners.
It still says you have 20.
Yeah, Nanners has 20K.
Yo, this is like it's glitching so fucking bad for me. Everybody saw it but me.
Yeah, I
Yes.
saw it.
It was a cool
the
rocket
rocket ship.
ship.
Yeah.
It was the rocket ship launch one.
Or we're all gaslighting the shit out of you. Which one do you think?
Or Carbon's gaslighting us.
Mm.
I think it's that one.
Oh, it's not gaslighting because when I go to my top thing, it does show that Grandmaster Cent has 22,000 cent. So yeah, it's just fuck. It's gonna piss me off because I'm not even gonna know if somebody gets me. Okay, listen, McLad and Matta, whatever your name is. I'm gonna restart the live. Everybody, that should help. I'm gonna restart the live and restart the app because it's pissing me off. So I'm gonna restart. I'll be back in 10 seconds.
I mean, it's just
my
like
my problem with teacher unions is, where does the money go? That's the only problem that I have, because you have presidents of teacher unions that live in $20 million mansions.
Dude, no, look, first of all, I know the president of the teacher union, Randy Weingarten. I know her. She's a good person. And Randy Weingarten does not live in a $20 million mansion. But what I do understand is that they fight to raise the wages of teachers and to get better policies for them. It's very important. So
Well, yeah, I mean,
because of teachers unions, it's how we've been able to go and get stuff like universal meals for kids, how we've been able to raise wages for teachers. Like, teachers deserve better. And I don't think that it is a bad thing that there is a union there that is for teachers to win for teachers and fight for teachers, because they are getting screwed. They're getting shafted in this country. They're getting shafted. No doubt about it.
I mean, there's no doubt about that at all. Teachers don't make the wages that they should, along with police, fire, and if you're a public servant and work in that field, especially police, fire, and teachers, your wages aren't where they need to be. But that's, like I said, that's the only problem that I've ever had when it comes to the teacher unions. Is I understand what they fight for, and they fight for a lot of good things.
What's the standard for like passing?
Well, for trans women, it mainly just looking like adult human female.
Is that also the standard for cis women?
Well, they are already adult human female.
But like, I thought you said the standard was passing. Is the standard passing and being female, or is it just passing, or is it just being female?
It's both, really.
Okay, so it's a conjunction. So in order to use the women's restroom, you must both be female and you must also appear to be female.
No.
So what's the condition?
Separating them. I'm saying they for specifically trans women. You trying to add
or statement like you have to appear to be female or be female.
No, wait. What's your argument?
Okay, I'm asking you what your argument is. Is your argument that you have to be female and appear to be female, or you have to be female
for trans women
or
specifically
appear to be female?
No, I'm saying for trans women specifically.
Why trying to apply that to trans women and not like cis women? That's just special pleading.
It's not, because originally a women bathroom meant for women, adult human female. A trans woman is not adult human female.
All right, let me try this. Okay, let's say we have a force field on the women's bathroom, and you can choose what kind of person goes through the force field, right? What parameters would you set on the force field?
Adult human female.
So that's just a necessary condition. So you have to be female.
Can we use a veil instead of a force field?
Veil?
Veil. V-E-I-L. Veil.
Oh, like little beads in grandma's house?
Don't even worry about it.
No, you're lost, Carbon. It has
McLad,
nothing to do with passing.
Wait, so McLad, so it's just about whether you're female or not.
Well, you heard what I said about the nuance, right?
Yeah, but you're like, okay, if you have this force field on this bathroom, you said they have to be an adult human female, right? Was that not the condition that you said?
Yeah, that hypothetical condition, but I'm talking about reality, not a force field.
Well, it's the same concept. Like
it's not.
The force field is your morals, right? So like if your morals were enforced, it would be a force field, right?
It's not about morals.
Yeah, it is. I'm asking you, do you think it's wrong for a trans woman to use a woman's restroom?
I just said I had nuance.
Okay, so it's not wrong for a trans woman to use a woman's restroom, even though
If they
she's not like
pass.
biologically female. Okay, so it's not about so the force field, it's not about being an adult human female. It's about passing
I said
and
if
appearing to be an
if she
adult human
looks
female.
like an adult human female, looks.
Okay, so the force field is if you appear to be an adult human female. Now, how do you determine
No, I said
if
looks.
somebody appears? That's what appears mean, my guy.
Okay.
Jesus Christ. Okay, so what's the standard for appearing to be an adult human female?
You said, sorry, you cut out for a minute.
Yeah, what's the standard for appearing or looking like an adult human female?
Well, for one, usually trans women do get like the whole breast implants, hip
implants.
Do your breasts have to be a particular size in order to pass as a female?
Well, no.
Wait, can we not? Can we acknowledge that he also mentioned the hip? So they have to have hip replacements.
Wait, what? When did this start happening?
You didn't hear that?
Oh, they said breast and then they went hip.
Yeah.
Oh.
What? Hip what?
If you like, just to be clear, like, if a cis woman didn't appear to be female, would you have a problem with that going in that person going in the woman's restroom?
Sorry, say that again.
If a cisgender woman did not appear to be female by whatever your standards you're putting at, right, which should be allowed inside the woman's restroom?
No, it should be allowed.
Okay, so it's not appearing to be female. That is the standard. That's just going to be a contradiction.
No, because I'm not saying cis woman. You keep saying cis woman. I'm saying trans woman.
What's the difference?
Okay,
Like,
wait a
why
minute. Are
special
you
pleading?
saying cis women and trans women the same thing?
No, but you're gonna have to, in order for you to get out of the special pleading fallacy that you're in, you're gonna have to justify why the standards apply to one and not the other.
You're using too many big words.
Well, it is going to be special pleading because trans women are not women.
Yeah, so if it's special pleading, then you're just committing a logical fallacy. I have no reason.
How is it illogical?
Because it's special pleading. That's a fallacy.
Dumb.
You're making an exception without adequate justification.
Because one is meant for women and one is not meant for women.
When you say meant for women, or you mean it's meant for people who are female, or meant for people
Yeah,
who
meant
appear to be
for female, but I was still
Okay,
allowed.
so why are you like saying that it's appearance then? Why don't you just say it's for females? Not even your argument.
Well, it was already for female.
Okay, so why are you saying they have to look like a female? It's not even part of your argument. It's just whether they actually are female. Why don't you make that argument?
Because about trans.
Oh my God.
If I could,
Why does
for a
appearing?
second.
Just real quick. Why does appearing being female? Why is that morally relevant? Why does that matter?
So they can use the bathroom.
McLeod.
Can I-
Go ahead, Santana. Or Daniel,
Yeah.
whatever.
Take it away, Santana. I want to ask them a single question afterwards.
MC Lad, if you did a domain expansion, right, and a trans woman had a simple domain, would you allow that simple domain inside of your domain expansion?
Sorry, is that like a reference to something?
You just broke their brain. Stop, Santana.
Or, I mean, what's the alternative?
Or they can have their own space for bathrooms.
So you think they should actually have their own domain?
Okay, yeah.
Okay, so you think that, wait, why? So you're gonna push their domain with your domain? What if
Wait,
it's
what do you
infinite
mean?
void?
What are you talking about?
If it's infinite void,
What do you mean by infinite
the
void?
domain expansion, if it's infinite void.
Can we talk to like reality? Like what
I
are you getting
am. What are
from?
you talking about? See, look, this is the problem. You come up here and you don't know these things, and I'm sitting here actually talking about actual science, and you don't know the
Infinite void
science.
about actual science? Wait a
Yes,
minute.
you don't know what it is.
Tell me the science about infinite void, please.
if I would explain 6 eyes or blue or red to you, you would not get it. You would not get it. There's no point. And there's no way in hell you're ever going to understand hollow purple.
Yeah, that's not science.
And you think you want to debate.
All right, I'm going to ask a very simple question because your argumentation has held zero water since the beginning. Which bathroom does this individual go to?
Mine. I mean, what?
Look at the there you go. Which bathroom does this individual go to?
I would say the male bathroom.
They were born female.
Who is this person?
This is an individual that was born female that has
No,
PCOS.
specifically, who is this person? What's their name?
Specifically, not pacifically.
I said specifically.
Specific as an ocean.
Lorraine something. It doesn't matter.
I was going to say, why does the specific name matter?
No, I don't want to make sure. I want to look this up real quick.
Have you ever heard of PCOS?
Somebody in the chat said malevolent transformation, and that was wicked.
You've never heard of PCOS?
No, what is it?
Polycystic ovarian syndrome.
It's a hormonal disorder common among women of reproductive age, characterized by irregular or missed menstrual periods, excessive hair growth, acne, and often difficulty getting pregnant due to ovulation issues. PCOS is also associated with the metabolic problems like insulin resistance, increased risk of type 2 diabetes, heart disease, and mood disorders. There's hormonal imbalance, metabolic issues, reproductive challenges. And in a lot of cases, women have heightened hair growth, and so they'll grow facial hair and body hair elsewhere.
Would that also apply for trans women or just cis women?
Anyone with female reproductive systems.
So when you asked me what it was, and I told you polycystic ovarian syndrome.
If they have ovaries, they have a chance of having it.
Okay, so just a cis woman problem, right?
No.
Anyone with ovaries.
Like what? Like a
You
man
know what an
can't
ovary is.
I'll make it really simple for you. 99% of the time your assertion would be correct, that it would be somebody that is phenotypically female, although there are exceptions to the rule. This is why intersex people exist.
But PCOS affects anywhere between 6 and 13% of women within that range of reproductive age worldwide, but they say that about 70% of those with PCOS go undiagnosed because unfortunately the medical world does not give a shit about women in the slightest.
So, lad, so
But
just to be clear, you think that person should use the women's restroom, right?
Well, they said the men's.
Yeah,
Oh, the men's restroom? So you think women... Okay, so you think a woman with PCOS should have to use the men's restroom?
Okay, yeah.
They're a cis woman, just to clarify.
That's a yes, or was that a no? So a cisgender woman who has PCOS should have to use the men's restroom.
Well, they have a condition, so I would let them use the women's restroom.
Oh, so you're
Special pleading.
you're the potty patrol. You're the arbiter of who gets to enter the restroom.
I must like you out, McGlad. Thank you so much for coming up. I appreciate you.
And work on your
Matt or
simple
whatever,
domain.
and Ethan. Can I get y'all's ages, please?
I'm 18,
All
2006.
right, and Matt, can I get your age? You're muted. Yeah, can I get your age?
Yeah, 25.
All right, what's
Dang,
y'all's
you
argument?
unk, bro.
Just out
Okay.
of curiosity, that like
Yo, it's
guessing,
my turn to speak, buddy. Calm down. All
that
right.
guessing where they should be is like the same ridiculous argument as this. Is this a dolphin fetus?
You don't have an argument?
Yeah, I heard you saying that. Why should you be allowed to go in the opposite gender's bathrooms?
Because we all got to poop.
You not have an argument or no?
So would you be fine with me going to the women's bathroom?
I don't know who you are.
Got no argument, man. Let me talk.
As long as you're not going in there
Hold
from
on,
the
Ethan.
Yeah,
Ethan's
Santana
like being
said he was going
weird.
to the women's bathroom. That's kind of weird, isn't it?
I wouldn't mind if Santana came in there. Do you wanna use my lip gloss, Santana?
I would love it.
Cool. It's bubblegum flavored.
So anyway, so
Is that not
just
creepy?
like, do you have an argument, Matt, or no?
Is that not the creepiest shit ever?
So okay, so your argument is creepy. That's your argument. It's creepy.
Yeah, it's
So,
creepy.
okay, so it's what makes it creepy for a trans woman to use a woman's restroom or a trans man to use a men's
No,
restroom?
Santana using the women's bathroom. That's creepy.
Oh, but it's fine
Well,
for trans
Santana
women.
using the
So it's
women's
fine for
bathroom
trans
is
women then.
necessary.
But you
Yeah,
said
I
it's
don't
not
care.
creepy for a trans woman to use the women's restroom, but it is
Yeah, I don't
creepy
really
for Santana too.
Yeah,
Okay, so
yeah.
I assume that you had an argument against trans women.
Is
using the
Santana a
women's restroom.
woman or is he a
But you don't
man?
have that. So just to be clear, you don't have an
Santana's a
argument.
man.
So you don't have an argument for why trans women
Santana's a
shouldn't use the women's
man
restroom?
using the women's bathroom.
I'm gonna ask you the question one last time. I need you to answer it. Do you have a problem with trans women using the women's restroom? Yes or no? Go ahead. I'm only looking for, okay, so I don't know why the fuck you came up here if you agree with the background prompt.
He sounds like
Anyway.
he's infatuated
Santana,
with me.
bougie.
Santana, it's just so creepy.
Let's get the next person in here. Hopefully, only people who have arguments. Thank you. Jasmine, can I get your age, please?
Yeah, I'm 38.
All right, what's your argument?
My argument is pretty simple. I think public restrooms specifically were designed for an individual's sex. And I think they're more efficient if individuals use the bathrooms associated with their genitalia.
Okay, so you don't have like a moral argument. You're just saying like it's a practical social thing.
Yeah, I don't think it has to be morally. I don't think I have to have a moral reason. It's just more so.
It's just like a pragmatic thing, like just you want to
Correct.
get the most people in line. Yeah, so like when it comes to trans people, I think what 1%, maybe 2% of the population. When trans women would be, about half of that. So trans women, when they use the woman's restroom, they just go into the stall. They use the restroom the same way a woman, like a cis woman would, and then they go wash their hands and then they leave. I don't see what's inefficient about that.
So I would say this. I've been to many malls, and I think if there are any women on the panel, they can attest to it. They don't have to agree or not, but women's restroom lines are typically always longer. And I know that's subjective, but I think we all can agree on that. Would you say?
No, I think that's an objective fact that women's restroom.
Okay, so my point is this, right? Like we mentioned earlier, I think the way the restrooms were designed were just for efficiency and sex. And I'll give you one example, right?
That's not.
Okay, can I just give them out and then you can rebuttal?
It's
Let's
quicker
say-
because men don't wash their hands.
Yep.
Okay.
Speak for yourself.
But can I just give a quick example?
Is it going to be about malls again?
No, I'm just going to give you a thought experiment you can think about, and you can tell me if it's factual or not. So, like, if you have two females, two males, the females go into the women's restroom. One is doing number one, one is doing number two, and the same for the men, right? But the difference is in the men's restroom, there's a urinal, right? And then there's also one stall. And in the women's restroom, there's two. Two. Okay. The point is very simple, right? The way these restrooms are designed, it makes it more efficient for those sexes, right? And then there's nothing gender specific about restrooms, public restrooms at that. So that's another reason.
Do you think that if a trans woman has had bottom surgery, which bathroom should she go into then? Given that there's no real distinguishing factor there. It's relevant in the bathroom sense.
I'll grant the bottom surgery just for the sake of efficiency.
Okay, so it's just like an efficiency. Well, I think the kind of argument we're looking for is a moral argument. If you don't have one, then it's not really that interesting. But like, I just want to talk about like the fucking logistics of bathrooms. It's just like a dumb argument to have. But I mean, I can
So
still
are you
address it,
advocating
and
for
we'll just move
bathroom
on.
reform
But like,
with,
if you
Like I'm trying to understand it. Are you advocating for like bathroom reform? I think we should make universal bathrooms. Everybody gets a stall. Take out the urinals.
Well, I don't think my argument should be dismissed for the simple fact that based on the architecture of a most
your
public,
whole argument is just based on functionality of the bathrooms.
but again, we're talking about women's and men's bathroom. That is not. It has nothing to do with gender. 0%.
Exactly. What does the background say?
Okay, so my point is.
So if you're taking gender out of the argument, then it's all bathrooms until there's no bathrooms. What are we talking about?
My argument is to use the bathroom associated with your sex. Simple as that. I don't see how you don't.
Wait, you're contradicting your own statement.
How? Please tell me.
Because you're saying there's nothing gender based about the bathroom, and then you're saying use the bathroom of your sex. What about the bathroom correlates to sex?
What about the bathroom correlates to sex? Okay, there's urinals in a man's bathroom.
Do all men's bathrooms have urinals?
Okay.
Nope.
Listen, we're talking about public restrooms, correct?
Answer my question.
Okay.
Answer my question. Do all men's bathroom have urinals?
Okay. No, they don't.
Okay, then your point's invalid. Because
Okay.
everybody's going to a toilet and sitting down or standing up, whatever they can do.
Okay, let me just say this. Me personally, right? Any bathroom that was a public restroom with more than one, that was made for more than one person, I've personally never seen a men's bathroom that only had stalls in my entire life. And if you have, please show me where it's at.
Wait, say it again.
Okay, I'm based in the US. I've never been to a public restroom that was made for more than one person that did not include a urinal that was a man's bathroom.
I have.
I have not.
I have. I took a picture. Me and my son was taking poop side by side because there was two toilets.
Okay, so it's that rare.
It was literally two toilets side by side, nothing separating us. And my son, he was taking a poop right there, and I was taking a poop, and I took a picture of both of us taking a poop together.
Okay, great. So Santana, let me ask you this. So the gotcha moment, the lady just got, she claimed she had, was the one bathroom you found so fascinating you had to take a picture of.
Yeah, it was so cool. We got to take dual poops.
That's the gotcha moment. That out of the 99.99999% of
what does that have to do? You said show you a bathroom where two people can use it at the same time. There wasn't a urinal, and I just gave you the example. I literally just gave you what you were asking for.
Okay, if you want to live on that gotcha, you can have it.
This is what
you asked for it, so apparently
you asked for it. It's not a gotcha.
You know what's crazy? You know what's crazy? I ignored the 50 times I used the word typically. Right, and I didn't even bring that up because I know you guys are being disingenuous.
Bro, I have not been listening to you at all. The only thing I had to say,
and then you talk about this one red bathroom.
Yeah, I said, can you say that again? I wasn't even listening to you, and you said it, and that's why I answered. I wasn't even listening to you babble.
All right. Anyway, I really need a moral argument. I haven't heard a moral argument. It's just like it's a boring conversation to have a logistics conversation about bathroom. It's not. It's really not interesting to me.
It's really
okay.
not.
Hold on.
So I do appreciate you for coming up on that.
Before you kick him, before you kick him, listen. I just want you to know, like, you're up here, right, and you're trying to get a debate, and Carbon is telling you that he's looking for a moral debate, and you're talking about the functionality.
He said that after the fact.
Sure, you're looking for the functionality. I just need you to realize.
What's up with it, ho? How you talking about that life, but you ain't never live it, though?
Listen, this is not the space for you. Go talk to an engineer. Go talk to an architect. This is not your space.
Jason, can I please get your age?
49.
All right, what's your argument, Jason?
My argument is I think it's morally apprehensible that women have to wait in long lines, so make all bathrooms with stalls. Right? Get rid of the urinals, like you said, and have one big open bathroom because ain't nothing going to go on if we have everybody going into the same bathroom. They have their own stalls.
Exactly. Roger that, man. Well, thank you for coming up. I'm looking for an argument, man. I appreciate you.
All right, bro. I gotta go. I'm about to go do hot girl shit. I appreciate you guys.
Right. Love you.
Later, Santana.
Bye. Love you guys. Bye.
Sparrow, can I get your age, please?
I am 25.
All right, what's your argument, Sparrow?
I was just going to come up here and make an argument to just in case that guy.
Oh,
Because my school actually has gender neutral bathrooms, gender inclusive bathrooms that have stalls that have doors that are floor to ceiling, so no cracks, and it's completely private. And it's not like temporary walling, it's like actual tiled walling, and you cannot see or hear or like look down into the stall next to you. It's completely private. And
yeah, I think my school has my school has some of those in some of the buildings.
They're
right.
putting a lot of those in on the West Coast.
And so I just really wanted to come up here and be like, dude, we are able to do that, and we're able to see that, because the one thing is that it's just soundproof enough that you can't hear the people on the other side, but you can hear people like
Yeah.
when you're in the sync room. So
yeah.
like there's no way that like people can sneak in, I guess,
Right.
through that.
All right. Well, thank you
But
so much.